You are listening to The Decision Reel, brought to you by Bright Eyes Entertainment.
Oh, look at that. Now we're live. I like it. Hey, welcome to The Decision Reel, where we review movies of today and yesterday. Sorry, we fail to review talking and reviewing movies of today and yesterday. This week we are reviewing the movie Jack with guests that are here and not here. So we got Brent here.
Yeah, as
we
always.
got Vinny here for the first episode of the month.
As always.
And
the year.
And the year.
And the year.
In the year 2022, we're doing it. This is, I guess
20.
this is the first episode of 2022.
Yeah, it's only the fourth day of the year.
Yeah. But also we have Wally at his house over Discord.
It's the future.
There he is.
It's the future.
Wally.
It's the future.
The future is now.
The future's now, old man.
We are in the metaverse.
Yeah, we had a huge snowstorm here. We were supposed to do this episode yesterday. We all kind of got snowed in. Some people couldn't get out. It was a
southern Maryland snowstorm. Let's be honest here.
I mean, it was
I've
a
been
legit
pooping his
snow
bags for days.
I mean, it was 10 to 12.
where we live.
Yeah.
yeah,
A little
so
bit further north.
It was
more.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
And you got to also think, like, in the ranch club, how long is it going to take for people to,
Those tiny ass.
Well, yeah, I mean, my
over there.
parents live in Golden Beach. They were
Right.
without power for like almost 36 hours.
Yeah, they just got it
And-
back like a half hour ago.
And that neighborhood's one way in, one way out with trees down.
exactly, yeah. So you can't have everybody show up.
Don't
yeah.
undersell it.
All right,
it was
well,
a fucking snowstorm.
I'm just
dude.
waiting for like one listener in Buffalo to be like, you don't know
Well,
shit.
especially considering it was 68
It's every fucking
degrees.
day.
the day before.
Yeah.
68 and sunny.
Yeah, 68 and sunny
Right. It
on
was
Sunday, and
ridiculous.
then
Maryland
just
is
shit
just
to bed
a,
on Monday.
a joke with the weather sometimes. It's so
I
funny.
like it. It keeps things exciting.
It makes you.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get any day.
It makes you believe, like, man, fuck, man, fucking global warming is real. And
I don't
then
even check the
here's
weather
a foot of
anymore.
snow, queer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, whoops.
I don't even check it. My wife will be like, "What's the weather today?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know. Walk outside."
Walk outside.
Because
But
it's gonna lie to you anyways.
it depends on the time of the day. It could be 68 and sunny, or it could be fucking 12 feet of snow.
Whatever Aaron Como's beautiful, beautiful smile tells me on Channel 5 is what I want to hear.
Awesome.
She's beautiful.
With that, we are here to talk about a movie today, and we're going to try and stay on the rails. And I think this movie's going to keep us on the rails.
Yeah.
What is this? New Year, new us shit.
No.
No.
I like how Steve tries so hard.
He tries
To
so
keep
hard.
this-
And then I will find a way to bring titties into this
Not
somehow.
gonna matter.
Somehow the titties come in.
What?
We're already
Well,
gonna.
yeah,
hold on.
We're already gonna talk about one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood.
Fran Drescher?
Before that, I'm going to talk
Jennifer
about
Lopez?
No,
Diane Lane, bro.
Who the fuck's Diane Lane?
Jack's mom.
Oh, I didn't know who that is.
Oh yeah, you no doubt.
I mean, she's a total hottie.
Let's see.
Okay, pump
let's
the
get into
brakes.
this. Let's get into this.
I'm going to get into this because in the first 5 seconds of this movie, there are titties, and it's on Disney Channel. Sorry, Disney.
Well,
Dis-
it's not.
Disney
I mean,
Plus.
is it
real titties?
It's not real.
There's
titties.
6 of them.
Yeah, it's not real titties.
So,
what?
all right, at the
What?
Halloween
Hold on,
party
yeah.
in the beginning of this movie,
Somebody's
okay?
dressed as a pig.
Something about a
It
wholesome.
was either a pig or a
beautiful
cow,
mom.
right?
I think it's a mama.
Oh, I
it's like a
missed
mama
it.
pig, and there's just 6 teats.
But they look,
Are two of them
like
real?
They look like real tits on like a
Yeah.
woman.
yeah.
tight.
It's blatantly like,
You gotta
whoa.
go back, dude. I have watched this movie a million times in my life. I never noticed it until today, rewatching it, and I was like, "Oh, titties!"
Right. And I was like, dude, they look so like,
Brent's looking it up.
yeah, of course he is.
Yeah.
He's got to put it on his IMDb of tits.
Right,
Yeah.
right. His Mr. Skin. But the other funny thing is, we get into, Penthouse. They could have gone Playboy, right?
They went dirtier.
No, they went
Well, no, dude,
hardcore.
it gets worse than that in that scene. It's like they have the penthouse,
Right, yeah.
and then the one kid's like, "Can you get Hustler?"
Yeah.
And then the stupid little kid with the glasses from Little Giants is like, "What about Swank?" And I'm like, "Bro,
Right. How did they know all
why
this?
do you know about
They be
this?"
pissing on each other and swing.
Yeah, dude, that's like peeing each other's mouths kind of
Right,
magazine.
It's
yeah.
that German whatever shit.
Jesus.
Right. Uns to be scheiße.
Right.
God damn it. Whatever. Anyways, this movie that we are talking about, I think I said it. I'm not quite sure. It is called Jack.
Yeah.
Fuck, this movie is great.
It's a great movie. There's so many messages just flying. It's a wholesome as fuck, but it's also
Question.
depressing.
He's got
as
his hand
fuck.
up. Yeah.
Question: We don't preface the show with the trailer anymore.
No, we do not.
Okay.
That actually stopped
All
a
right.
while ago.
Well, I didn't get the memo.
I'm sorry.
I don't think we've done it for a while.
I was,
Yeah,
waiting, I was waiting for it.
It's all good. We hadn't done it for a couple times.
This is what I get for being here once a month.
We've had some people say that could be copyright claimed with the music that's in the trailers. We've had people say that just get the fuck on with the show already. We don't want to listen to the trailer. If there's not
a lot of speaking in the trailer, it's just us going, yeah. Like,
right.
Some of the trailers are a little lengthy.
Yeah, and I thought about, okay, I could chop up the trailer and make like a kind of like, oh yeah, but and then I was like, well, just fucking go into it. If somebody wants to listen to this review,
you're already going to post the cover of the movie,
right?
That
exactly.
gives it, people have seen these,
right?
So.
And right, if you want to listen to a review of Jack, obviously you don't need to watch or hear the trailer before we go into it. So I just figure we're nixing it.
We're not selling something new here.
Nope.
Exactly. So what we are selling though is a podcast in which we are on, which is now on YouTube.
Yes.
You can watch our pretty mugs talk about things on the YouTubes,
Not
the
mine.
internets.
Right.
Wally, not his right
not
now.
Not Wally this week.
But
Wally
normally,
usually every week.
Normally he
But
is here.
in the world of Omicron and snow,
people aren't here. Oh, and by the way, we haven't even said we're missing another host.
Oh,
George is normally here too. He couldn't make it this week as well.
He's getting top surgery.
He's getting something.
Yeah.
Oh God.
he's probably he might be getting sloppy toppy.
Hey man, whatever floats your goat. It's
Your
2022.
goat
floats your goat.
You never heard that? Just like whatever creams your Twinkie. You've never heard that either?
I like that.
I like that one. That one sounds dirty.
You never heard floats
I have
your goat?
never heard float your goat before.
No, I just thought you had.
Hey.
I thought you just had a Steve.
No, that actually was not. This is 2022,
Like
baby.
Canadian or something.
It don't matter what it is. We're floating goats over here.
They do that in Canada.
Hey,
Apparently.
you know, whatever maples your syrup. I don't really care. You know.
But before we get too deep in this, I do want to say, if you are a frequent listener of this podcast or viewer now of our YouTube channel and you like what you hear or see, probably not much what you see, please help us taking 10 seconds out of your day and sharing any of our social media posts or recommending our show to a friend, colleague, workplace associate, whatever you want. Also, if you haven't already, leave us a review and make sure you are subscribed to get our episodes right when they drop. We also have merch now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
They're
I guess.
good.
Yeah.
They're good. They're funny shirts with sayings from the show and some cool designs that Steve came up with. And you know, they're not that expensive.
No, $20 a shirt.
Cheaper
help
than
us
most
out.
other T-shirts.
Yeah, I mean, I could have made them 15, but we'd have made like 20 cents a T-shirt. So.
Yeah, we gotta do something around
We
here.
gotta make a
Steve's
little-
we gotta reimburse Steve for all the time and effort he puts into this.
Oh, hey,
It's
thank
business,
you.
baby.
It's business,
Yeah.
baby. You know, we got hosting, we got whatever.
That's the
you
price.
know.
It's the price of business.
It's a price of business. Help us out. Buy a T-shirt. We got the Embrace the Cheese shirt. We got the
Cheese.
OG shirts. We got the solid gold shirts. We got our Decision Reel whatever shirt.
The bullet.
The bullet
Oh, we should
shirt.
make a bullet club. Decision club.
I made one for hit or miss, and then we just went, yeah, all right.
Yeah, but that makes more sense for us.
I guess it does. We could do that. I guess that's what I'm doing tomorrow.
Dude,
I'm gonna make a
I will wear a decision club.
Decision Club. Ooh, I like it. Anyways, yeah. Always, if you haven't seen this movie that we're talking about, spoilers because we're getting into it.
If
heavy
you
and
haven't
hard.
seen this 27-year-old movie by
Is
now,
it that old?
every bit.
Fuck.
Every bit of 25, 24.
Oh, yeah.
So
Easy.
I mean, it's 2022. It's definitely 25 years old.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
So
Jeez.
yeah, if you
What year was it?
I don't know. We haven't got that far yet in the synopsis.
We haven't.
All right.
We have not. What I'll get to is where we can watch this movie.
Yes.
If you have a subscription to Disney Plus, it is on there. I
Boom,
did not
baby.
even think about
Neither
checking
did I.
that, and then I Googled
I didn't
it.
either.
I
and I
Googled
went,
it.
shit.
Yep.
And it's funny because it doesn't show up anywhere. You literally have to search for it on there. And I feel like they do that on purpose.
You know
They
why?
keep some of their naughtier stuff.
Well, that and it's a PG-13 movie,
Yeah.
which I did not know until I rewatched it today.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I definitely thought
I
it
was
PG.
like, did they re-rate this motherfucker? I don't remember it being PG-13, but then when you watch it, you're
Yeah,
like,
when you watch it, you're like, holy
yeah,
shit! There's
yeah.
a lot of like.
They lean heavy into some shit in this movie.
There's some real
so good.
suggestive
Yeah.
stuff going on there.
Like his dad with the big titty women. Oh, just giant carrots.
Dude, I want to say before we get too deep
That
into
whole
this,
scene is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So we need
He's
to
walking
get,
around with
like,
a French bread boner.
That was, dude, and it's so fast. But then they play like that
See,
funny,
yeah.
like it's almost like Benny Hill music
Yeah.
playing over it.
I wanted to kind of get into that because there could have been an other type like side to his dad in this movie that they didn't explore. Like
I
that
don't know,
he was
I don't know, but they hint at it a
They
lot.
hint
That's what I'm
like there's
saying.
like a weird like neglected side to him, where like the
photo
mom is so doting on Jack
Yeah.
that the dad's like looking for it elsewhere.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Or like he even said, like when Jack was just crying in the room, like, why don't we just try for another baby right now?
Right.
Like, holy shit, dude, pump the brakes.
Yeah,
like
and
your
he's
kid
like,
is almost dying.
Right, but he's looking at that one like he's damaged goods. Let's try
Right. Fuck
again.
him. Fuck him. Let's try again.
Throw out the day old bagels.
Exactly.
But
God damn it.
Jesus.
what the fuck? But seriously, but at the end of the day, Jack runs to his dad for like all the advice, and his dad is like his number one fan.
You're right.
But at the same time, he's like, hey, man, this guy's
Yeah, there's like
clocking
really,
it.
there's like super.
You could be
endearing
dead in like a
shit.
week. Fuck him.
He's like helping him shave and stuff for his first day of school. And he's all
Right.
pumped. But
Right.
there is like a weird darkness to his.
Yeah,
dad.
like,
Well,
like
he-
hiding
he-
cigarettes in the backyard.
I feel like there was like there could have been 2 different cuts of this movie.
That's what I'm saying. There could have been a dark
Yeah.
cut where his dad was like, yo, I'm cheating on your wife with all these models and I'm off doing all this shit that
like
nobody
it
knows
focused,
about.
the whole movie focused on Jack with his friends, but had it focused on like the family life, it's
Yeah.
a way different movie.
oh my god, super dark, and I probably wouldn't have watched it.
This one's already sad.
What's his dad's
It's
name?
just him and Bill Cosby running around.
His real name or his...
The character name. Is it Brian?
They're actually the same name. His name is Brian Kerwin, and he plays Brian.
Yeah, they just remake this movie called
Brian
Brian.
Brian.
And it's just
Brian's
him,
song.
It's just him at a bar stool smoking a cig.
Yeah, it's just
Brian,
him with like a double whiskey and a cigarette looking for somebody that's not his wife.
Right.
with not a kid that's 40-10.
Fucked up. Anyways, you can also watch this
Brian, coming soon to a theater near you.
coming soon to Disney Plus.
Do you hate
Plus.
your wife?
Oh my God. Fuck. Okay, so you can also
Do you
watch
blame
this.
your wife for your child's issues? Oh,
It's
God.
certainly not your chromosomes.
You can also watch this on YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Vudu, and Amazon, but you will have to rent it on those services.
Brent's not getting any softer in 2022.
No, he is not. He's getting heard
Heard.
with some blue chews. He took 7 and was like, 2022, baby.
Yeah.
Hard as fuck.
Right. Fireworks shooting out his dick.
Pew, 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 pew. The plot of this movie, Jack, which is like, I'm just going to say it. Fuck it.
It's feasible, though. Doesn't it seem feasible to an extent? Like, why hasn't this ever happened?
It is.
It
feasible.
does happen.
It does, yeah. We'll get into
Different.
it. Yeah, we'll get into it. Anyway, so
right,
because of
then.
an unusual disorder that has aged him 4 times faster than a typical human being, a boy looks like a 40-year-old man as he starts 5th grade at public school after being homeschooled.
Yeah, I mean,
That's pretty much the movie, yeah.
We have friends that did that, but they don't look old.
yeah, and all the women in their families wear dresses. They're not allowed to show ankle.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking weirdos.
Oh, boy.
Fucking weirdos. This was written by...
Brent's drinking in the new year.
Yes, he is. It don't matter. We're going, like he said, herd.
Does your family wear bonnets to Food Lion?
I don't even know what that means.
Go
This
ahead.
summer, Brian.
Diarrhea Island.
This movie is written by James DeMonico and Gary Nadeau. James DeMonico.
Nadeau? Jerry Nadeau?
Yeah.
Wasn't he a NASCAR driver?
Oh, so this is Gary Nadeau,
Oh,
not
there's a
Jerry.
Jerry
Oh, this,
Yeah.
this is his shitty little brother.
Yeah.
He couldn't drive, so he was the artistic one that wrote.
Jerry Nadeau used to drive for Snap-on. No.
John Deere.
And Channel Lock. He did Channel Locks.
In the John Deere.
Fucking man cars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
NASCAR.
Fucking Jerry Nadeau.
I'm going to turn left all day.
Is it
Left-
spelled
left
Nadeau?
Yep.
Nadeau.
Nadeau. God damn it. The thing I
Those
want to
fucking
point...
Southern Frenchman.
Yeah, right? Cajun French prick.
I want to point out that one of the writers, James DeMonico, went on to write, after this, The Negotiator, Assault on Precinct 13,
Oh.
Skinwalkers, and every one of the Purge movies.
Wow, he got really dark after this.
I swear to God, there has to be a cut of this movie that is the dark side, and they went, look, bro, pull it back.
Either that or this
Brian.
guy was
Yep.
doing like a lot of cocaine right in this movie, and then he took like a hard turn into like
Yeah.
shitty drugs.
And then he went, dude, I got an idea, The Purge, right? Yeah, hear me out, hear me out.
Listen, everybody fucking kills everybody.
Right. This guy had some problems. But this movie is directed by somebody that you would never in a million
Dude,
years
I
think.
saw that and I was like, no fucking way.
Do you know who it is?
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't do what I normally do.
Okay.
I didn't take notes on this one.
Good for you.
Because this is like a feel good movie to me. It's just like
I got you.
This is me as a kid.
I don't feel good to this movie till like the last 10 minutes.
Not like it's definitely
the whole
sad.
way there,
It's
I'm like
definitely
all
got,
depressed.
Yeah.
It's definitely sad, but
Yeah.
like
It has some happy points.
It's got
in
those. We talked about it with Milk Money, where like it has those like the whole thing's pretty dark.
Yeah,
there's a lot of like.
This is up there with Milk Money.
Yeah, there's a lot of feel good. There's a lot of feel good moments, but that's like every one of our favorite movies from the '90s was this. You know what I mean?
And you know what? It's funny. There's a lot of parallels between this and Milk Money, like what they do with the kids and everything. Yeah,
shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Wally, do you know who directed this movie?
No, but are you asking for help or like is that?
No, I know. I know. I just wanted to know if you knew.
Is the Google broken at your house?
Goddamn Google.
I'm on my
Wally's
computer.
like,
Give me 2 seconds.
Give me 2 seconds with my 16 screens around.
Google machine broken, son.
No, obviously.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
Coppola.
Wow.
Coppola.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what other movies this motherfucker has directed?
Yes.
Everybody's favorites. Yeah.
All the Godfathers.
Yeah.
Fucking Apocalypse Now. Bram Stoker's Dracula. All these serious
I take
movies.
issue with this.
Why?
Because there's something I noticed watching it today that I've never watched it, that my wife notices this shit about movies all the time.
It's because your wife is a pessimist.
She notices like continuity issues.
Okay, let's hear it.
This is going to be a little bit of a tangent, but
yeah, that's fine. It's about the movie.
Fire it up.
The scene where like they're on the playground and that Cholo kid and his buddies walk up, and are like talking shit to them, and then they challenge him.
Yeah.
There's the scene on the playground where that happens, and then there's the next day where they actually play basketball against him.
Yeah.
They're not the same fucking day. And the Cholo kid, when it's the second day, and they're walking up to challenge him, he's wearing the same fucking clothes as the day before.
No, he's not.
But then when they start the basketball game, he's not. I'm telling you.
I hadn't paid that much attention.
Dude, it's a little, like, it's just a stupid thing that I noticed and was like, that's kind of
I got you. Wally, go check tape. You can do it.
Wait a minute.
Pull it up. Disney Plus.
When they let him play,
I'm not talking about Jack. I'm talking about the Cholo kid.
Yeah, the Cholo kid on day 2 was wearing a Black Flag baseball shirt.
Yes, which I also wanted to get into.
Yeah, me too. And the
other kid's wearing an All Roy for President t-shirt.
Dude, you know how much the t-shirt's going for right now if you can find it?
Yeah, those shirts are like $175 on Etsy.
Jesus.
Espresso for all.
Dude, they just like went into like some warehouse and just bought like punk rock t-shirts and were like, let's put these kids in these oversized punk rock shirts.
They give the blackest kid there an All Roy for President t-shirt.
Yeah, but
who was also in Little Giants, by the way.
The other kid, though,
Hot Hands.
I was like,
it's not Hot Hands. That's the guy who plays for Dallas.
It seemed so like racist to me that like the kid that was like the tough kid
is the Cholo.
His name's Victor. He's in like a baggy shirt, like green Dickies, and Nike Cortezes, and he's got like this uber like 90s Spanish tough guy accent when he's talking. I'm like, that is racist as shit.
And then he went on to lead sing for the Deftones.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Changing the House of Flies.
It was Chino.
Chino.
Except for when this movie came out, he was already like 23 years old.
Right.
Jesus. So this is starring Robin Williams as Jack, Diane Lane as Karen.
God.
Yeah.
Fucking smoke show.
Yeah.
I mean, she's hot, but
dude, she's one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood, and she's like 60 years old now.
And you know why? It's because
she's still gorgeous.
She just looks.
She's
normal.
A natural beauty.
That's what I'm saying. She looks.
She's
normal.
one of those classic Hollywood beauties.
Yep. She doesn't look like over processed and unattainable. She looks like a normal person that you could just find walking down the street and go, oh, wow.
Dude, her and the Outsiders.
Dude, she was married to Josh Brolin for a while.
Yeah.
Her and the Outsiders, like, was just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. 90s. Killing it.
Timeless beauty.
Timeless.
We've never seen The Outsiders.
If you were to watch it now, you'd be like, meh.
You'd be bored with it now, but it is one of those classic movies. It just has that classic movie pace.
All right.
Right.
What's that movie with Sean Penn where he's in juvie?
Bad Boys. I love it.
Me too.
I have it on DVD.
Do you really?
Yeah. I love that movie.
What don't you have on DVD?
I don't know, dude.
Shitty.
I got an insane DVD collection.
All killer over here.
All killer, no filler.
Yeah, I threw away most of the shitty ones. I kept the really great ones.
Well, there's nothing. I mean, why would you keep stuff you don't like, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I could have got rid of all of them because you can watch them wherever. But I don't know. I like physical media.
I like physical media too because
same.
Guess what?
Because what else do you put on your shelves?
Funko Pops.
You're right.
Fucking trinkets.
Yeah.
I don't have time to dust that.
The one thing I want to get into real quick, and this is going to be somewhat of a tangent, is that it's a tangent.
It's a tangent.
I'm going crazy off the tangent. Is you know, all these streaming services, you could say, hey, we have this title on it. Okay, cool. I'm going to watch it. Next week, it's gone.
Yeah, and then I'm not rebuying my entire collection on Amazon.
No.
Right, exactly. So, okay, now I got to chase where that's going.
Right.
Oh, it's on Amazon this week, but next week it's on Paramount Plus.
Right.
And then from there, oh, no, it's over here on whatever.
Yeah,
Though
some
I don't
bullshit.
know. I mean, it's no different than like me rebuying my entire CD collection on vinyl.
True.
Right.
But that goes back to physical media.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
buying something I can't have.
That's what I'm saying.
'Cause
That's why.
the internet takes a shit tomorrow. I've
Yep.
lost everything I've paid for.
Exactly.
I
That's
did
why.
get drunk the other night and buy that Butch Walker DVD on Amazon.
What was it, $9?
The one
Better not be-
Live at
the
Budokan?
live one. Yeah.
Better not be any more than $10.
I think it was like $4.99,
Oh, perfect.
and it's 2 shows worth of material.
Oh,
So I mean,
all right. You got your money's worth there. All right.
yeah.
No, it's worth it.
All right. We got Brian Kerwin as Brian or his dad.
Brian.
Jennifer Lopez is Miss Marquez, which I fucking forgot.
I
that
forgot
was
she was
Jennifer
in it.
Lopez.
In this movie, she looks older than she does now.
Yeah.
Go figure, right?
It could have been
Well,
what she was
anybody-
wearing.
Anybody you dumb down with a sundress in San Francisco,
Yeah, it was uber like 90s elementary school attire.
Yeah.
What it
And
made
by the
me
way, how cool was that fucking school? They had like models of the goddamn
solar system and
whatever that thing is, the space shuttle.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's one of those
and shit like that.
progressive California schools.
right.
Jesus.
The one thing that it made me think of is
Or
that
where was this based? I don't even know.
I think California.
I think I misspoke there.
No,
Uh,
San Francisco. It had
It
to
was
be
the
San
San Francisco area
Was
because
was
when
hilly.
he did the when he did the wake up with Rick the Lip, whatever, they did traffic and they were
Okay.
talking about traffic over the Golden Gate Bridge
Okay.
and into Oakland.
Rick the Lip.
Also, Dave, you notice the Principal Mcgee? He's in one of our favorite movies of all time, and he has the smallest role ever. So I Married an Axe Murderer. He's in the butcher shop. All I want is a porterhouse.
Oh,
Quarter-inch thick, no more, no less.
damn, I love that movie. Woman. Woman.
Oh man, we gotta do that movie too.
Yeah, we really do.
Damn it,
And,
I didn't
and my
wanna do
wife
this,
will be on it for
But
it.
Wally took forever, so now I have to pee again.
He's got to pee again.
I didn't wanna have to do
That's
this.
fine. That's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
We're going to go down. What I want to say is the meme that I wanted to talk about that everybody sees nowadays, which is elementary schools back in my day versus elementary school teacher today. And it's like that dump truck of an ass girl
Right.
wearing like Spanx. But Jennifer Lopez is the teacher now, or
Yeah.
in this movie. Like, wouldn't that be the same
Dude,
person? It's just what
I'm
you
not
wear.
gonna lie, teachers nowadays, some of them are just smoke shows.
Yeah.
She's probably top 10 butts for me. Easily.
Butts.
I mean, I'm a butt guy myself.
He doesn't
but-
have the list, but he's got the
I
titty
am
list.
the butt guy.
Well, you can be the butt guy. I'll be the Hollywood tit guy.
Yeah.
We got guys over here. Fuck. This is also starring Bill Cosby,
Who did
As
great.
Lawrence
Just great.
Woodruff. You
Yeah,
know what?
Old Dr. Woodruff.
I kind of like that he doesn't come in and steal the show.
No, he's a perfect secondary character.
Yeah. And he's just there. He's not doing whatever he does.
He is probably
pudding pop.
one of my favorite scenes.
Pudding pop.
That little monologue he does with Williams.
Oh,
he's trying
dude.
to bring him back into the real world, man.
Right when
Yeah.
he
That's
when
probably
he,
one of my
when he
favorite
tells him he's like, and he does
Shooting
like the
star scene,
nicest
whatever.
way of telling him that he's not normal.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Or the
But
part-
also being kind of a dick. Like, yo, you ain't got much time
Kinda-
left. Get off your dick and let's
Get
go.
off your dick.
Stop sitting
Yeah,
on your
exactly.
balls.
I do like the fact of how he said, like, oh, you're quitting on me. He's like, no, I don't see it that way. I
Right.
see it as I'm losing a student.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's good.
It was hard hitting shit right there.
Oh, yeah.
And then when he had
This
the
movie had a few of those moments.
then when he had the beard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, you're right, Wally. Dude, when he runs outside and curls up with his dad, just keeps saying please, please, please over and over again.
Yeah.
Woo!
And you know what? Who else could have done that?
Dude, Robin Williams got, I mean,
Straight to the heartstrings. Doesn't matter what movie.
the amount
No
of
matter
range
what.
that dude had. I mean, when you look
And
at
it was natural too, you know.
and
it felt-
yeah, and they said a couple times in the movie, God, he's got like kids' eyes. Like, dude,
He does.
he looked like a 10-year-old if you looked him in the eyes.
Mm-hmm. And that you can't teach
And
that.
that and
You
that
can't
and that
have
like
that.
soft
Yep.
voice that he
Yep.
did the whole
Amazing.
time. Man, like I know this is a like a kid movie at the end of the day, but like if you really look back on it, it's almost Oscar worthy performance.
He has
you
so
know-
many moments like that in
Yeah.
so many movies.
Yeah.
Like so many.
I mean, he got nominated for Good Will Hunting with that speech.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But like this movie showed his range, and the fact that I mean I'm really interested in the tomatometer because I didn't have to see it this week because it wasn't on the CAC.
The kick. No, it was, Disney Plus doesn't do that. I like it. Yep.
Yeah.
That is nice that they don't spoil that.
Fuck
Yeah. And again, I say it every time. It wouldn't matter if we weren't on a podcast talking about
Right.
what the
Well,
tomatometer
you
is.
want to be surprised about it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also their opinion doesn't matter to me most of the time anyway.
Oh, hell no.
No, but I like to see the barometer of what critics are like.
Yeah, I'm usually
this
curious
fucking
to
movie
see-
should be good, but I'm giving it a 5.
Yeah.
You know, like
Finger popping assholes.
finger popping each other's assholes.
Were you talking about Robin Williams' performance overall in this?
Yeah,
Yes,
just his range.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Like he's like just the awkwardness on the playground.
Yeah.
And like
Or the way he's in that tube just laying there.
Yeah,
Right,
that
eating lunch.
awkwardness and like insecurity that he shows, which
don't
might,
poke me, I'm telling.
that
Like,
might have
right,
been
yeah.
He-
some of that vulnerability might have been a window into what ended up causing his demise. He might have been tapping into
they always say that
reality
like, most
there.
funny people
Yeah, they have a darkness to them.
are the most sad.
Well,
Like-
what I read about Robin Williams is he was having a degenerative brain whatever thing, and instead of just letting himself go, he just killed himself.
Oh.
So it wasn't like
So
I'm
he's-
depressed, which he probably was.
100%.
because of the condition.
Well,
Or
just
that
in general.
exponentially made it worse.
Sure, yeah, but it was like, look, I'm gonna let myself go instead of my body giving out on me or my brain giving out on me or whatever, which is admirable to a point, I'll say.
I guess
go out on your own terms.
Ooh,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird because in when they go trick or treating, he goes, "Eddie, are you Dr. Kevorkian?" Yeah, love it.
There was a couple like
There's some
one-liners.
like quips in there that he rifles off real quick.
I want
and
to know where he got that Superman hair mask.
Right.
It makes sense now that the movie is PG-13 because a lot of those jokes are right over a kid's head.
Oh yeah.
Well, dude, in
Well,
the
who
very-
is this movie really like written
I don't
for?
know,
What
'cause
kid wants to see this movie?
Me as a 34-year-old today was laughing at shit that I've seen this movie a million times.
Yep.
I picked it because I watched it like 2 months ago. But even again, watching it today, there's little things that I laugh at, and I'm like, that's really fucking funny. I had never noticed it.
I had a couple moments in my unfurnished house where I went, "Ha!" and it like echoed.
Oh yeah, nothing's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
Brent sitting there, don't laugh at me, house.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. Also, we have we talked about Bill Cosby is in this movie.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
does a phenomenal job because he's not going over the top. He's not going.
And I love his
whatever.
chin.
Yeah, I
love
like
his
that it
chin
wasn't a
go-
fucking pudding commercial.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
right.
Basically.
Pudding puffs.
He nailed it. I thought he nailed the shit out of it.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think at this time he should be doing this character. Yeah, I know he did. Was it Family
He was
Matters?
so
or what
big,
was it?
like
Not
the
Family
Cosby
Matters.
Show?
Cosby
Cute, yeah.
You
What an
fucking
idiot.
idiot.
I'm
But it
racist.
might have just been like a
That's
thing
racist.
That's racist.
where like he really respected Robin Williams and was like, absolutely.
Well, okay, so the story is, and I didn't.
In the mid
No, I did
90s, you
put it in
didn't get
my-
much more respected as a person or a comedian than fucking Bill Cosby, though, for real.
Yeah.
Like people,
You're right.
People
No, you're
thought
right.
he was like your funny sweater wearing uncle, and everybody loved him.
Yep.
Everybody loved him.
Everybody.
My,
We also
how
have
the tables have turned.
Only the turns have tabled.
Fran Drescher as Dolores Durante.
Slut.
Hey, yeah.
I mean, she's playing the character right.
She's
No.
like, you don't know how many of those matchbooks as I've
That
given
was a
out.
leggy too,
Brent?
if you ask me.
She's an independent single woman
She just needs some dick.
in charge of her own sexuality.
She just wants
Yeah,
some
some
cat.
10-year-old penis.
Right.
Yeah. She just want to bang this hairy 10-year-old,
I'll say this: she.
Which is confusing. Is there
which is
like
probably what Wally looked like when he was 10.
This
has a
summer,
mustache?
coming to a
And he's
theater near
6'3"?
you, Wally.
When that girl's like calling him a freak and she's like, look at you, your hairy knuckles.
Right.
I mean, Robin Williams is
They
a
couldn't
hairy,
have picked a hairier guy.
Yeah, he's a hairy motherfucker. Like, holy shit.
Also, probably one of my top 3 favorite stand-ups.
Oh, yeah.
Remember to 2000 Robin Williams, the Millennium one, 2000.
Yeah.
Where he-
The one they premiered on HBO.
Where he was pretending to eat pussy. He was like, do we
Yep.
look like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's
so
a
good.
really good one. Fuck, what was it called? I used to watch that like
He
once a
recycled
year.
a lot of shit, but yeah.
I know that like off by heart. I can
Really?
just go off
It's
into
so
it. I'm not
good.
going to on this one. But
Please don't. I mean,
like I said, I wasn't going to.
I don't.
No, do it.
That was early.
No,
that was
no,
early
no.
for me on stand up. Like,
I just don't. I don't think Robin Williams as a stand-up comedian does it for me. Just like Dennis Leary does nothing for
so
me.
good. You're crazy.
because Robin Williams kind of
You gotta watch that
He has that same
episode.
thing where he
I've seen
dives
his
into like the
stand-up. It's really
fast
good.
talking stuff a lot.
See, I like that though.
See,
But
I'm more-
I guess it's it depends
I'm more
on
of
what you're
a.
into.
I'm more of a Patton
It's
Oswalt,
skinny,
Mulaney
too.
kind of
Yeah,
guy,
it's-
like smart
I
comedy.
like the self-deprecating, intelligent guys
Yeah.
rather than the guys with like a shtick.
Yeah. And that's
Same
why
thing.
I do like.
That's why I
Rob-
never really like. I didn't ever care. I mean, I was younger, but my parents would watch like the Chris Rock specials,
Yeah.
and I was like, all this guy's doing is yelling about
Yeah,
being
bitches.
black.
Yeah.
And he does this weird thing with his fingers.
Yeah.
I always hated that.
And like who else does shit like the Andrew Dice Clay?
Yep.
Who did like the dirty
Hickory Dickory Dock or
Mother
whatever.
Goose shit. Like,
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
not funny.
he's practically Gallagher without it. Like his hammer is just derogatory
rather
comments.
watch
Sold out Madison Square Garden.
Okay, in the 80s when there wasn't shit going on.
In the 80s, because he was the epitome of cocaine New York.
Right.
Cooking.
And in the 80s, stand-up comedy, I hate to say that, but stand-up comedy was the worst then.
You're right. You could do anything.
I mean, I would rather watch Gallagher smash fucking watermelons than hear Andrew Dice Clay.
I don't know. You got the Eddie Murphy specials in the 80s.
It is awesome,
Yeah,
though.
I'm about to say.
You got the you got the Eddie Murphy specials in the 80s that are still fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and Carlin had one or two in the 80s that were really good too. But
the Carlin's 90s specials to me are probably his best era.
Yeah,
top 5. One of my
he figured out the way the world was going to be for the next 20 years in the 90s.
Yeah, he was. God damn, he was so good.
Yeah, no, I think the golden age of comedy stand-up was the early 90s, like 91 through 95.
Yeah.
Like everybody that was big and is still big.
They were all on their A game.
They were on their A game at that point.
Yeah.
You know, tell me anybody at this point who wasn't in that golden age.
And a lot of the people that were relevant in movies for 10 to 15 years after that, it was because of those specials.
Mm-hmm. People don't realize Jim Carrey was a huge stand-up comedian before he was even on
In Living Color.
Most
Color.
people, dude,
and while he
living
was
out of
on In
back
Living
rooms
Color.
and shit and
Yeah.
comedy.
Oh, yeah. He would just show up randomly to places.
Look at Ellen DeGeneres. Same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Or Dana Carvey or fucking Dave Chappelle even was huge doing that stuff and then got all these bit
he's
parts.
So good.
And,
Dave Chappelle's
dude,
so good.
Dave Chappelle is great. And it's funny going back and watching movies from like the later 90s and going, holy
How many
shit, that's Dave
cameos he
fucking
had?
Chappelle
Yeah,
standing
dude,
right there.
So many
Yeah,
How many
cameos.
little parts he had.
Just
The
randomly.
Nutty
Yeah.
Professor, we had the shit locks.
Yep, Nutty Professor, Blue Streak, Men
in Tights.
Men in Tights. He was in what's that fucking movie? Undercover Brother. He's in.
I said, hey, Blinken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
He was a chew and his dad was a sneeze.
The sneeze. Yeah. Also, getting back to this, we have Michael Mckean as Paulie, the guy in the bar.
The dude that was hunting the Coneheads.
Yes,
I love that
he's in a lot
his
of stuff,
entire career has been him playing parts that you fucking hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you don't really hate
Also, that
Paulie.
was
too
You don't
much.
hate him in this movie, but you're like, what a fucking loser.
But like, it's so funny that like he's talking about like getting spanked during sex and losing a boner,
Yeah.
yeah.
and
funny.
and somehow the
How's
10-year-old
this
can relate
PG-13?
in his head. Like, oh, you got spanked. You must have been a bad boy. He was like, I was
Yeah,
a bad boy.
Yeah.
He was Joey Janela. He was the bad,
Bad
boy.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
just
Georgia,
like
in here we can talk about wrestling.
Maybe it's just like the period we were raised in, and like I had young parents, so I could watch like MTV and shit like that.
Same.
But like, there were times in this movie where I'm like, come on, guy, a 10-year-old wouldn't be that childish.
Right.
But also, he was homeschooled and like sheltered away from the
Right.
world.
Right.
So I guess
Because
I
think
feel
about
like-
it.
never mind. I
feel like
answered my own question.
Yes.
Yeah,
your
I
question.
feel like he adapted very fast.
Yeah, but if you think about it, in the treehouse when they're talking about you ever pop a boner or Woody or whatever,
And then that kid's like, you
they
know,
go
an
through it
erector,
then.
and he's like, well, I asked for one for Christmas.
right? He doesn't know. Yeah, he's
Right,
still
and they all think that he's
They all
just being,
think he's just being an idiot.
right,
But
which is a great line. Like that whole
Oh, yeah.
everything in that treehouse is gold.
Do you,
you
have
know what I
any, do, you
mean?
have any
Hell
pictures
yeah.
of, do you have any pictures of the Pope?
Right.
that made me giggle so hard. And that was one of the things that like I didn't pay attention to until today.
Right.
Also, why would a nun be at like a 7-Eleven?
They like Slurpees too, Steve.
Do
Here's
they?
the thing,
Can they
though.
drink them?
Was that a 7-Eleven? Because
Or
I know that-
whatever. A bodega? I don't know.
I want to know what the
Quickie
fuck
Mart,
it was because they
whatever.
had like a neon sign with like a girl on the front of it in the front of the building.
Okay, so why the hell is a nun there?
Maybe there's more humor there than we noticed.
Maybe
at first.
the nun
it's
is
like
trying, to see what's
maybe
going
it's like
on.
a peep show in the back or something.
Yeah, there's this weird fucking guy looks like Wally.
I mean, it
mopping
is
the floors.
It is San Francisco.
Or that's not a nun. That's somebody dressing up as a nun.
Yeah.
There's something going on in the back.
Spanking Paulie because he's a bad boy.
The donkey
Dude,
show.
how about the bartender who just gives up? He just throws his hands in the
Yeah,
air.
I know, right?
They're fucking breaking everything.
Just the way he's like, "What's up?" And Robin Williams is like, "What's up?" Like, what do you want? And like he's got that like mixture of popcorn and
Oh, yeah.
pretzels
and
and whatever.
maraschino cherries.
Right.
And he calls it Rocky Marciano cherries.
The joke that Michael Mckean makes of like get him a Shirley Temple, it's like a Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, he calls it a Madonna.
Sorry, Madonna.
But without the cherry.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, nobody would have got that. As kids,
dude. I haven't seen this movie since I was a kid.
Yeah,
it's not a kid's movie.
So much I missed. And I'm pretty sure I saw this in the theater with my dad.
Nice. And I bet you he was howling. And you're like,
probably.
What's funny?
Well, it was Sunday visitation. He was probably fucking half hungover anyway.
No, you're right.
Rest in peace, Dad.
Rip. This movie is produced by Hollywood Pictures, American Zoetrope, and Great Oaks Entertainment. It was distributed by Buena Vista Pictures.
Buena Vista.
Buena Vista. Now, getting to what it's rated, PG-13 for some sexual references.
It's all sexual references.
Dude,
the whole goddamn movie is sexual
It really
references.
One big boner joke.
You know what? It is kind of weird, though, that they never kind of went into he is an older guy, so he would have been popping boners a lot. Right?
Right.
And why wouldn't they lean into that if they're talking about it with younger kids for him to be like, oh, you mean this thing? You know, like.
And also, I understand he's only.
Because then it makes it weird.
I don't know if you could do that.
And also,
they're looking through penthouses.
Because then it's a 40-year-old guy showing 10-year-olds his boner.
So,
exactly.
A hairy guy. And
I understand that
he's
10 years old on paper.
Yeah.
But that brain is 40.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
his body is 40.
He would have been popping boners when
Well,
he
his body is 40. His brain is
when he
not.
was 3.
Right.
Oh, so his brain's not, but every other cell in his body
Well, no, I
progresses?
mean, like, yeah, it progressed, but
there needed to be a scene.
You know,
I guess you still need to learn, but
I think
that was my curiosity. Was like, sure, like, so the correlation between him being 10 and 40,
yeah,
or as Brent put it so eloquently, 40-10.
40-10, dog.
40-10.
That is like way more easy to digest than had they written this movie when he was 4 and he would look like a 16-year-old.
Right.
You imagine a 16-year-old like potty training, like
that'd be
shit the bed.
Right.
This
And
chick's hot.
Or like
right.
3 and he's 12.
Right. Popping
My
boners.
son's 3 right now.
Right.
And you see how he acts. Like, imagine that, but in a 12-year-old's body.
Oh.
And like figuring out how to eat a taco like properly without spilling it all over
Could
yourself.
you imagine
It would have just looked like a drunk 12-year-old the whole movie.
the 8-year-old temper tantrums when he's
Oh my god! Just chucking shit through walls.
Yeah, because I got one of them at home too. Imagine River, but he's 8 years old.
Oh my god, I'd kick him.
I'd kick him.
So Diane Lane is a
It'd be like hanging out with a drunk
That's what we're
Mattingly.
getting at. Yeah.
Well, so I was gonna get to that. I wanted there to be a. This is gonna sound really weird. I wanted there to be
montage?
like at least one little like sentence or a conversation with either Diane Lane and Robin Williams or his dad and Robin Williams. Like, what is this?
Right.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah, like why doesn't he have questions?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I get it. He's like trying to figure it out on his own. He's trying to prove to his
My
parents that he
teacher's
can
really
handle
hot,
this.
and I was staring at my best friend's mom's tits for 5 straight minutes.
Which he did. He definitely was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, no, they made it a point to
Dude, the nervousness.
He
of
knows
that
what a boner
conversation
is.
Where he's
Hold
acting
on.
like the principal.
He knows what a boner is. He had the fucking French baguette. Going with the boner.
Yes.
Exactly.
Funniest fucking cutscene ever. But dude,
he knows
when
he's
he's
just not
standing
telling
there
anybody.
talking to Fran Drescher, he played that part perfectly. He's so nervous. He's got his hand balled up in his shirt the whole time, and like he's stumbling over his words.
Fran
and shit.
Drescher legs and
she's a beautiful woman anyway.
You know, a lot of people think she's annoying.
No way.
dude,
I want to
like-
make out with her, and I want to taste the Marlboros on her breath.
First of all, that voice is
Come here, boy, come here.
that voice is a character.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you.
She doesn't
Thank
speak
you.
that way.
No.
And she's actually a highly intelligent woman and has done very well for herself. She's not just the nanny.
No.
But
I want her.
yeah,
I want her to be my nanny.
Fran Drescher
Right
in like
now,
the late
actually.
80s into the 90s.
What does she look like now?
God, what a looker.
I bet you she looks
Bet
just
you
like
she's
Diane
fucking hot
Lane.
right now.
Yep.
Except she's like almost 70.
Right. Good for her.
She was in Saturday Night Fever, right?
Yeah, she's
I think so.
64 years old.
Wow.
Damn, dude.
You're almost on it. Wow. How old is Diane Lane?
In her 60s, I
Good
think.
for her. You know what, Diane Lane?
56.
All right.
Okay.
He was quick with that.
I just had to go back a page.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
He's
Googling
like,
that.
ours already there. No, Diane
He was
Lane.
Googling that before I
want to
picked him
say, I want to say Diane Lane was a great mom in this movie. The whole point, like when they're playing and the guy is like knocking on the door to play
She
with
was,
them.
but a little bit of, I mean, for the right reasons, a helicopter parent.
But how can you not be?
So, you know,
Right.
there is that one point in the movie where you're like, cut the cord, lady. Like, he's doing all right. He's making friends.
Well, I mean, she let him go.
Like, when
like-
he went for that sleepover and she's like curled up in the box crying.
Well, that's the first time he's ever been gone.
I guess.
he
I
was
don't
a
know, Steve. I've never
7-year-old.
been a mom.
No,
I don't
Okay,
know.
all right.
I don't know. I've never been a mother.
My dog had a
Wow, this
sleepover.
picture of
the
Fran
first time.
Drescher from December.
Yeah. Not looking good?
No, she looks fucking-tastic.
Good for her.
Brent
then.
likes older women anyway.
Hey, I'm into that granny shit.
What would the
Trannies and grannies, bro.
Oh my God!
Christ?
Hey, Brent needs a new podcast.
So speaking, we're gonna move on. The runtime.
So that's the other one I'm going to be on once a month.
Once a month, trannies and grannies. I don't even know what's gonna go on with that. And you know what?
Me neither, dude.
It's just, we're gonna make it up. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We're talking about transmissions and old granddad, okay? Relax. Relax.
Oh my God, that would be nice.
I'm turning wrenches.
Trannies and grannies.
Y'all are gay, not me. What?
Hold on. Would that not be the best fucking swerve of all time?
You're welcome, Steve. You're welcome.
People are like, man,
Oh my God.
I need to listen to this fucking podcast. And then you're just like, so I was working on this 305 Chevy and like the fucking transmission wouldn't drop.
Right.
So I got out some old granddad and I was just like sipping on it.
It's only one episode.
Right, just one episode.
Trannies and grannies.
10-bolt rear ends and cocktails.
Exactly. Perfect. So, all right, that's going to drop, I guess, next month. Trannies and grannies.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Put that on a fucking t-shirt,
Right.
Steve.
I'm really going to. I'm going to take that old granddam bottle and I'm going to take a fucking transmission. Trannies and grannies.
God.
I will buy. I'll buy.
I'm
that
making
one,
it.
and I'll buy Decision Club tomorrow.
I guess I'm making 2 T-shirts.
We're
Look
going
for
to get a
that.
text at like 10:30 tonight. Steve will have already designed that shirt.
Probably, yeah. Look for new T-shirts at the end of this week at the Decision Reel. If you go to our website, thedecisionreel.com, you can click on the store page, and it'll be up there. Trannies and grannies.
Bottle
and,
of old granddad crossed with a wrench.
Yep.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I love it.
And
The wrench has 2 nuts at the bottom of it.
We're going to actually see if we can get sponsored by Old Granddad now, just to make sure it's legit,
that would be
100% legit.
That would be the Jim Beam Company.
Jesus
Good luck
Christ.
with that.
Jesus Christ.
That's so great.
I mean, we almost got sponsored by Manscaped. We just need to pump our numbers a little bit.
All right. Well,
And shave your
Like,
balls.
literally a little
I already
bit.
do that.
If we can get 500 downloads per episode, we'll get sponsored.
Are we even close to that?
We're like
Oh, yeah.
300.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
how many
obviously
how many
do.
free Manscapes do they send you?
So
We
they'll
get at
send
least
us
3 or
one
4.
free.
We got to share it?
Yeah, we got to share it. But also, if we sell some with a promo code, it's my turn this week, guys.
All right, well, I get it the first week of the month.
Look, they'll get a free one right now. Go to manscaped.com/trannies and grannies. Use the code trannies and grannies.
I can't wait to shoot that promo.
Perfect.
Just a big picture of Aubrey
Full
Cates
tranny.
fucking fat
Be
mouth.
one of us dressed as an old lady, the other one dressed as a mechanic.
Wait a minute, no, that's not what I wanted.
So this movie, or
I
sorry,
wish I could see Wally's face right now. He's probably crying.
dying.
Fucking crying.
I'm fucking crying. Trannies and grannies.
Try the Lawnmower 4.0 on your transsexual girlfriend.
God.
So the runtime of Jack is 113 minutes.
It's a little long in the tooth.
It's a little long, but there's so much you have to set up, and there's so much you have to tell.
The lead up is kind of long. The beginning part with the Halloween party and the doctor and all that
But
shit.
you kind of have to
need
do
it.
it.
You do
Yeah.
need it.
I don't think
but-
there's not a lot of fat to trim.
a
They could have
light,
shaved
long
off
story,
like
so
10
it's
minutes
kinda-
if they wanted to, but who's not that big of a
Yeah.
deal.
Well,
like the bar fight scene and like the jail and all that shit. Like is it a good part of the movie? Yes.
Does it
Is it
need to be
integral to the story? No.
Maybe not the fight, but definitely the conversation at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that needs to happen.
You
yeah.
said the B word, you're in so much trouble.
I don't know. What were you saying there, Wally?
Oh, nothing. I wouldn't say anything.
He's wiping his tears.
Yeah. Well,
My head hurts right now from laughing so fucking hard.
if you do need to say something, just like keep talking and we'll shut up.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
You are.
No, it's fine. It's
go,
fine. I was just still envisioning selling trannies and grannies and manscaping and how that.
We're gonna
would fit in
manscape
there.
with trying to get. This is Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
You guys are all welcome. I'm good for one of those every now and then.
Now we got to cancel manscaping because you
Wait,
can't say
what?
manscape and tranny in the same sentence.
You can't.
No.
Is that?
That's-
That's not
you
PC,
need
bro.
one to be one.
Manscape is binary. We can't be
Oh
doing
shit,
that.
you're
here.
right. I didn't even
Can't be
think
doing
about
that
it.
Yes, there is.
Right. We just need to
Bearded
escape.
trannies.
We just need to escape.
I don't.
I don't work well with the males because I used to be one.
This movie was released on August 9th, 1996.
This is 25 years old.
That's a primetime movie release.
Yeah,
End of summer film.
Yeah, like to me, this is a weird release. I would have figured like a February, maybe like a late.
I don't know.
When did Mrs. Doubtfire come out?
I feel it for like a back to school.
That had to have been a summer movie. I don't know. Look it up. You got a
You
Google
talking about what
machine there?
year?
Yeah, because I feel like
Doubtfire had, what was that, 94?
I feel like Robin Williams was in a movie a year for like 10
Was
years.
I want to say
93,
93.
94?
Yeah, I want to say 93.
Hook
and then you got to
was
think
90
Hook was 94.
93.
Jumanji was 96, I believe.
Dude, I heard a conspiracy.
Conspiracy. My name is Steve.
Conspiracy theory about Hook.
Sorry, yeah.
And it blew
Changed
my mind.
it. Dude, Hook is amazing. And I want to say one thing before we
love
get
that
into
movie.
it.
Yeah, me too.
He is the same character in Hook in certain points because he changes back into being
his child form.
child form, and he's like, oh, Wendy, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Continue.
So I heard a thing that Captain Hook is actually the hero and Peter Pan is the villain.
Yep.
Luring kids to an island to kill them.
Yep.
And Captain Hook is trying to save the kids.
This is like the grim Mother Goose.
Yeah.
That
version.
or Wizard of Oz too, right?
Right.
Like that the good witch is actually the evil witch of the West just trying to get her fucking shoes back, bro.
Right.
They're not yours.
Right.
They're my sisters that you dropped a fucking house on.
Yeah, bro.
Just
What the
here
hell?
for them.
It's all like a weird metaphor for religion.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything ties
Yeah.
back to
You
weird.
have to believe in something good, and then what do you get in the end of it? Death.
Nothing. Yeah, death.
Brutal. Filthy.
All right, so this is filmed from September 18th, 1995 through December 13th, 1995 in California and Miami, Florida.
What the fuck they do in Miami?
The
I don't
goddamn
know.
nightclub.
Probably. Well, they're not outside of it.
They flew all the way there for that. San Francisco's got enough shitty, seedy bars to
I
film
don't know.
whatever
For
you
some
want.
reason, I felt like that.
It kind of looks like it.
They were putting cigarettes out on carpet floors, bro.
They were.
It happened twice.
It's 95. Fuck it.
I feel like the school was in Florida.
Maybe so.
I don't know. It didn't say. I wonder if maybe like there's nothing in the beginning. There's nothing outside.
The house felt very Goonies, California-y,
Like San Francisco.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
And I
they're
know-
there for
and I
like
know-
one thing.
You also could have told me this was filmed in like
Bumfuck
outside,
nowhere.
just outside of like Seattle, and I would be like, all right.
Dude, and what, dude?
It could be
Diane
anywhere.
Lane is stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
And dad is doing like
Photography.
magazine shots.
He does ad photography.
He's no. That's Playboy, bro. He's making money,
All right.
He does.
You know what?
He does ad photography.
right? Because
Oh, yeah,
nobody's
giant carrots for the farms.
right.
Yeah.
Giant carrots, bitch. They're about to take them titties out, and Brent's
Right.
gonna be there sniffing around, going,
Yeah.
"I see him on them carrots."
And he'll tell you what decade they're from.
exactly.
I know
Probably the
I know-
80s
I
at
know
that
good
point.
work.
I know good work. I'm here for it. All right, now we're at the budget point. This is where things gets a little weird for this movie.
Yeah.
And I say that because what the fuck do you think this movie costs?
A Coppola film?
So that's the thing, and why I want to say what I'm going to preface this with. Francis Ford Coppola makes high dollar movies,
But this one doesn't have an insane amount of production.
but it has an insane amount of people involved in it. Diane
And-
Lane
and,
is a bigger name in this at this time,
yeah.
not huge,
And a lot of
but
sets.
she's a lot of sets. There's a lot of thought. There's a lot of writing. There's, like I said,
There's
high
a Brian,
dollar.
There's a Brian Adams song.
There's
at
a
the
Brian.
beginning.
Yeah, there's a Brian Adams song. That's huge. He was made for this. fucking movie.
Every fucking movie in the '90s had a Brian Adams song at the beginning.
Hey, you know what?
First real sticks.
We know, Steve. We know.
Oh no, I wasn't going there. I was going to say.
No,
Did
it's
you
'cause-
guys
it's 'cause
know he's from Canada?
Exactly.
You know he's from
Exactly.
Canada.
I didn't. I wasn't going there. Why does everybody think I'm going to go there?
Well, because every time we say Brian Adams, you get a boner in your fucking sweatpants.
Because he makes good songs.
You get an erector in your
Does he though?
sweatpants.
I get an
Yes,
erector.
he does.
Does he though?
Tell me a bad.
He does.
Tell me that besides Summer of '69,
All right,
that-
besides that, I'm gonna say it. He doesn't really have a bad one.
thank you.
I'm sure there's plenty of bad ones.
Wait, did he do the original version of Life is a Highway?
No, that was Joe Cocker,
Oh,
right?
no.
No,
No,
no.
Joe Cocker?
Joe Cocker redid it.
Joe, I think it was Joe something though, right?
No, it's Joe Cocker.
I don't know. Steve
Cochran,
just likes
or is
saying-
it Cochran? Might be Joe Cochran.
Steve
Run
just
to
likes
You,
saying Cocker.
Run to You by Brian Adams.
Amazing. Yeah, amazing.
So good.
Me and Wally are on the same page when it comes to most music.
Rob-
98.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is like one of my favorite movies of all time.
I hate that song though.
I love that song.
Whatever.
And I love the Newfound Glory version of it.
Ooh. Hey, I thought about this, and I was talking to my wife about this.
Tom
Should we
Cochran.
do? What did I say? Cocker? Okay, Cochran. It's close. I was in the cock.
Cockring.
He was just talking cocks.
Yeah, cock ring.
He was in the cock ring. Should we start doing covers of covers that Newfound Glory does?
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
Played out, dude.
I'm gonna take it out.
Every cover band in the county did King of Wishful Thinking for like 5 years.
Including the band we were in.
Yeah, and my band that I was in before this band, too. You're right.
Band
So,
sucked.
budget. Jack, 1996. Where you at? Vinny.
I don't know if I was jacking in 1996. What was I, 9?
Yeah, you were.
I was 10. I was checking it.
Brent's been jacking it since he came out.
I'm gonna go.
I came.
I'm gonna go. Just spitballing. I'm gonna go 25 mil.
Okay, 25 mil.
See, I have a feeling that they spent a lot of money on this movie for some like how many reshoots did? Oh man, I'm gonna say $70 million.
70?
Yeah.
I mean, here's my thought process when I'm not disagreeing with you here. Francis Ford Coppola is a big fucking director at this point.
But
Robin Williams,
but he's smart too.
He's smart, but Robin Williams is a big fucking actor at this point. This
My thing is like, why not keep it low? Because you know the return's going to be fucking insane.
Yeah,
I
don't
think it's
disagree.
high.
Yeah, sure. Wally, where you at?
I'm gonna do 37.
He went 30.
Million.
7. All right. So the actual budget on this movie is $45 million.
Okay.
Which is a lot higher than I thought. I was thinking 2025. Honestly, I
If
was
they
like,
made it today, it would have been 2025 for sure.
If they made it today, this would have been a straight to Netflix.
True.
yeah. So, and this is another thing that I was
movie
thinking.
Maybe
Full
it's a
of
good
names.
thing Robin Williams died
It's
before
full of
Netflix blew up. Because how many shitty movies would he have on Netflix right now?
How many
a lot of
shitty
them.
movies did he make at the end?
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah.
lot.
Flubber sucked.
I love Flubber. Shut the
RV.
fuck up. Get out of this house.
I will, Steve.
RV.
right now.
I like RV,
You would like RV.
but it's not a good movie.
JoJo's an
but I
RV.
like. Thank you.
JoJo
I was
Siwa?
going there. No,
No.
JoJo. Just the singer
Joanna
JoJo.
Levesque.
And
She's sexy.
have you seen her lately?
Yeah, bro. I follow her on
great.
Instagram.
Looks great. Good for her. And she's actually doing good stuff. She's
She
not
is.
just out there
She's
doing
in charge of her
whatever.
own career.
Exactly. What I wanted to say was there's a point
Hi,
in
my
the
name is JoJo.
in the middle of the 90s where these movies were being made that I don't think you could make this type of movie ever again.
You definitely couldn't. You could make this one.
No, like
There's a lot of offensive shit in this movie.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the feelings of this movie. It feels light. It feels airy. It feels just like a good time. Like, yeah, it gets a little heavy in certain parts. But movies in the early 90s or mid 90s just had a different feel to them.
What?
No, I'm just,
I don't know. That bar scene was a little.
I was
much
thinking about
for
like
me. I was-
the sex jokes are like one thing that you probably couldn't get away with some of them in a PG-13 now.
No.
Yes.
But
yes.
Steve just turned into the maid from Family Guy. No.
His
But,
name is Diabedo.
dude,
No.
that part where he's laying in that tunnel.
Mr. Superman. No.
He's on the playground laying in that tunnel eating his lunch, and Jennifer Lopez walks up. He gives her the gummy bear or whatever, and she's like, "Thank you for the red gummy bear." And he looks at her and goes, "De nada."
Yeah. Wasn't that. Is that racist at that point?
I don't know if he's like trying to be respectful, but it's like they
I
never.
missed that, and I watched it with the fucking captions.
She
on.
never.
I
Says
remember it. I was
she
like,
never says anything in Spanish the whole movie.
Yeah, that's
but he
what I'm
looked at her
saying.
and went, "De nada."
Bro, I'm going to say it right here. That's fucking racist.
Yeah, that was him being
That's
like,
fucking racist.
But
Because
that's also him being a 10-year-old.
de nada.
Dude, when at the beginning
See,
of the
that's
movie,
it.
when
That's a loophole.
All right, he's 10. He can get away with being racist. He don't know no better.
at the beginning of the movie, when they're like all staring in the up at his windows and shit, and he's got like the hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
and he's
ET
doing all
hand.
those
He's just going,
voices.
he's going,
It's hilarious.
"Friend, Don't be afraid.
It's hilarious.
He throws that slimy eyeball down.
Robin
Yeah.
Williams. It's amazing. Box office.
Man, I just have a feeling this was a banger. It was a Bangor, Maine.
It was a banger. We
huge.
went to Bangor, Maine on this one.
right before back to school, and
Yeah,
it cost,
August.
Oh,
At
yeah.
and it
August
cost what, $45 to make.
45. And we're going to go to Vinny first because we're going to do the same order.
Box office.
To me, this is a little hard because, like, yeah, Robin Williams is a huge draw. Francis Ford
so was
Coppola is
Robin Williams.
just a. What did I say?
I said so was Robin Williams when he was staring at Fran Drescher's tats.
I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna go 110.
Okay,
See, I was gonna go at a cool 150.
150. Wally.
I
don't
don't
even
know.
fucking
I really have
know.
no idea. I'll go 70 million.
See, I didn't know either. I sat here and thought this for a while because this is what I'm starting to do now. Before I look it up, I think about it because I want to come up with like my own.
Well, right,
guess,
you're the
right?
host. You're gonna
you don't want to
yeah.
just have all the answers
right, but
sitting.
I didn't
That's
think it was
boring.
that great, and I love Robin Williams.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was like a.
This movie isn't Bicentennial Man. Let's be real. Bicentennial Man.
I hate that movie. Is that where he's a robot?
Yeah, that movie made bang.
Dude,
That movie made
one of my
bang.
favorite Robin Williams movies, Man of the Year.
Thank you. That movie's great.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I almost picked that just because I feel like that movie was so like ahead of its time for what our country faced after that.
Yep.
With elections and shit like that.
It was basically, hey, we're gonna make Jon Stewart president.
It's basically like they were gonna make a late night TV show host president, which
as a joke.
Once
finally
Trump got voted in,
yeah.
I was like, holy fuck, it's Man of the Year.
Exactly.
All right, well, I need to watch that tomorrow then.
I got it on DVD. I can fucking give it to you.
I don't have anything DVD hooked up.
It's great.
You got a
Hey,
Xbox.
yo, it's on.
Look it up.
It's on Prime.
All right,
Never mind. It's on Prime.
Well, I don't have a TV in my office yet. That's where all my Xbox and shit's going.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't want wires in my living room, bro.
I want fucking wires everywhere.
And you know how hard it is to run wires through a goddamn plaster wall? Impossible.
I have a hole saw. We can run wires wherever.
What's a hole saw?
You don't know what a hole saw
Holy
is?
shit.
It's a saw not taken apart.
It's all right. I used to have a supervisor who didn't know what one was either. So
You really don't know what a hole saw is?
No.
It's a bit that you put in a drill that has a hole on it so you can make a giant fucking hole.
It's a drill
Right.
bit with saw teeth.
Right,
Yeah.
but unless you have a tunnel saw, you're not going to get through a plaster wall, Chief, is what I'm saying.
No, well, it's Brent. It's not solid plaster.
Dude, that house is so old.
No,
That
it's not
plaster's like
solid.
brick.
No, it's not solid plaster.
You probably got those like.
Brent doesn't know how houses are built.
No, so what we're
Is
gonna
it
do?
built in the basement?
We're gonna do, and we're gonna figure
It's not
out how to make a
concrete.
house today.
It's not a concrete wall. It just has a layer of plaster instead of drywall.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's still studs and space between the
Well,
walls.
I know that.
And if it's the 70s, you might have those planks instead of
No,
drywall.
his shit was the 50s.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, no, he might
It
still
is,
have
yeah.
the planks.
It's
yeah.
wood planks.
Yeah.
You could still fish wire through the wall.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's difficult, but it's doable.
I like how you're like, I learned something
You also have
today.
a crawl space, so we can put wire wherever the fuck you want to.
Yeah, and just go right
You
up.
go up instead of down.
All right, dude.
We're gonna get you wired.
He just thought about it. He's like, I have all kinds of projects now. Okay.
I'm gonna do this. All right. So the
Well,
actual
they're gonna
box
do a point,
office
so we're
take
good.
of this movie, Jack, 58.6 million.
Ooh, a flopperino.
Oh,
In its opening weekend, though, it did 11.2 million.
Wow. So it was like at the top of the box
So it
office.
just leveled out.
You know what? You know
it
what?
It went like 3 weeks and went,
Yep.
One family in each neighborhood took their kid to see it, and then they came back and reported back to the other families in the neighborhood. Was like, absolutely not.
They went,
Not
I mean,
for the
I
kids.
guess, you know,
wait for it on
Do you think
VHS.
it's just nostalgic
Like
to
big
me.
name-
So I have that
big name
attachment to
movies
it.
like this, or like people with like big names in the movies, they go and see it and they flop quick. I feel if their movies aren't that great. I mean, I like this movie, but I can see this movie.
Yeah, I
not
mean, he's
doing
coming
that
off
well.
of very big
and then all of a
movies.
sudden it just like drops completely off.
Well,
you know?
and also people, you got to think with the director attached to this movie, people are going to think it's a certain type of movie, and they'll either go, "I'm not going to see that," or "I'm a little curious," and they'll see it and they'll report back to their friends, going, "No, you
I
don't
would need to
see
watch
this."
the trailer to see what type of movie they try to present.
Yeah, how they
it
tried to
as.
sell it. Also,
Robin
what
Williams is going to kill little kids.
would
in
you say
middle school.
Doubtfire is arguably his biggest movie?
I mean, it is. I think
Or is that more of a
Jumanji.
fan favorite?
Jumanji? What about Jumanji?
I think
I'm talking, like,
Jumanji and
monetarily and like fan favorite wise.
it's got to be between those two, obviously. But there are a lot of other movies that he was in that became big. Like, what was that Dream movie that he was in? What the fuck was it? IMDb time.
Is that where he was dead and chasing his wife? Is that the same one?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
And don't anybody say Patch Adams. I hate that movie.
I'll be right back.
But it is
You are crazy.
It is.
You are crazy.
It is a big movie for him, though. You know what I mean? Like, that was a big breakout, whatever. You got to think Good Morning Vietnam is huge.
Well, yeah, but that's old.
Good Will Hunting is huge. 1 Hour Photo, if anybody's never seen that, watch it, because it's another side of Robin Williams that you've never seen
Wobbin.
before. Wobbin
Wobbin
Williams.
I'm telling you, this
Yes.
guy has some of the best monologues of any actor.
He really
There's
does.
like 20 or 30 of these things. Like you mentioned that movie that where he's in there explaining why he's fucked up to the interrogator. That was one of those ones where I was like, okay, this is too much.
I've never seen.
I was like,
is
I
this
almost
1
gotta
hour
turn this shit
photo?
off.
Is that what you're talking about?
1 Hour Phone is crazy.
What does he play? A schizophrenic or something?
No, he's basically a guy back in the day when you had to develop photos, right?
Yeah.
He's in like a Kmart or whatever in that Kodak department, and he ends up like looking at people's lives through that and then becoming like kind of a murderer. It's kind of fucking crazy.
Just tight.
Yeah, and you don't think of him being that type of person, so it adds a little more to the movie. It's really good. Another thing what I want to branch off of what Wally was saying with being a very good monologue, Night at the Museum.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about both of them.
That is his last on-screen role before he died, was the third Night at the Museum movie.
Where he played
this guy,
Teddy Roosevelt.
I'm looking at all this movie. He's doing like 3 to 4 movies a year.
Yeah. Killing
for
it.
like the past 40, 50 years, 40 years.
That's crazy. Mork and Mindy is huge too for him. You know what I mean? Like,
Death to Smoochie.
Look, I was going to get to it. I was going to get Birdcage. Yeah, I was going to get to Death to Smoochie because I think that is Robin Williams' greatest role he's ever done as Rainbow Randolph.
Wow.
Because he's so deranged and out there.
I want to watch Miss Doubtfire again. Only for the makeup scene with his gay friend, with that guy with the smoky voice. I love that dude. And I think he's in Birdcage or Death to Smoochie as well. Where they're matchmaker, make me a match.
That's his brother in that movie.
Yeah, it's his brother in the movie for sure. Oh, yeah. He goes,
also,
sweetheart.
He was in SpongeBob SquarePants.
Thought that phone call was about my new job. And it was, thank you for trying Hilton Hotels.
Oh, suck my ass.
I hate that they can like pinpoint an area and call you from numbers like that because I always think it's about work.
Right. So you get a phone call, it'll say like Ridge, Maryland. You're like, wait a minute.
Dude, I get ones all the time that are like Beltsville, Largo, shit like that. I'm like, oh, that's all work.
I want to say Death to Smoochie. What do you think?
I think I only watched it once, and it was probably like right when it came out on DVD.
I loved it.
I love it too. And that's a movie that I'm going to pick when we start getting deeper into
I can't form an opinion on it because I'm not
Who's got next
well-versed
pick? Wally?
in it.
Wally does, yeah.
All right.
Because he's here today. If he wasn't, it would have been Brent's pick. That's how we do things here. So, Wally, start thinking. Anyways, we're going to go to the...
I already know.
All right, cool. We're going to go to the top 10 of that week, which is Brent's favorite part.
I enjoy this part, too, because
everybody does.
It takes you back to then, and you start thinking about, like, what you might have saw in theaters back then and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You see, like, the Blockbuster posters on the wall and shit in certain places.
Wally. I miss Blockbuster. Just walking in on a Friday night at, like,
go through the video game
6:30, like, what do we got?
They
I'm
always
going to grab
smelled the
that. I'm
same.
going to grab that. Yeah, they did, right? They had that, like, stale popcorn with a little cheese.
Cheese.
Number 10, Kingpin.
I love that
Robin
movie,
Williams.
dude. I love that. No.
No.
Bill
Murray.
No, Bill Murray, sorry.
It is
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray and Woody Harrelson.
That was a flop. Not a lot of people watched that movie.
That was that Fairley Brothers?
It was.
Yeah. I milked your bull.
It's a good movie, but I feel like it found its footing after theaters. So,
dude, I'm not going to lie. I watched it actually recently, and I was like, this sucks.
But it's because you're watching it out of context because you're not watching it in that same...
I guess.
Yeah,
but
I get it. I get it.
That's Bill Murray, Woody Harrelson, and Randy Quaid?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love that movie, dude.
But again, he watched it at the time probably, and then you're watching it outside of how many years later.
I watched it as a kid, like with my dad.
Oh, same.
I was like, it was one of those movies where like you weren't supposed to be watching it.
No,
you were too young for that.
You got Munson,
and I was like, this
this
is what's fun. Dick jokes are funny.
How much of a voice actor this man is too. Like I'm going through these
Rob
movies.
Williams. Oh yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Fern Gully,
the Bat,
like there's
Fern
a million
Gully.
things on here.
Dude, yes. How did we even think of Aladdin?
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He was the genie.
It came out the same year.
He was the genie in Aladdin. I watched the like live action one recently with my kids.
Yeah,
fucking sucked.
Awful.
Will Smith got so much praise for that genie, and it's like this is bad.
I get why he got the praise, but I don't agree with it.
Yeah,
right. People were like he was trying to do something different.
I think the animated one shit all over the live action one.
There was no need.
I don't like a lot of those live action remakes, man.
I don't think I've seen one that I enjoyed.
No,
but is it us looking at it through nostalgic eyes going, this fucking sucks,
yeah,
bro?
I don't think kids
mostly suck.
Kids don't have the attention span for cartoon movies anymore.
And I get
it.
The
Pixar movies have elevated it. They can't watch regular animation.
Also have a conspiracy theory about Aladdin.
Let's hear it.
It's post-apocalyptic instead of old. So when he first wakes up Robin Williams the genie, he goes 10,000 years he's been locked in there, right? Then he starts. Then he starts his spiel. His tail turns into a microphone. That's technology that did not exist 10,000 years ago. Neon signs did not exist. Like, he just does shit that was newer technology.
I figured it. You're right. God damn it, you're right.
And if you play the Aladdin video game,
you could go to wherever the fuck that movie's based now, and they don't have that shit.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Maybe the genie's just well traveled.
Post-apocalyptic had to start over.
Maybe it was 1994 and the genie had just been to the U.S.
There's also a lot of jokes that Robin Williams makes in that movie that you go, holy shit! Now, like, that shouldn't be in that movie for kids. Mm-hmm. But it's Robin Williams, and how are you going to keep him from not making fucking French bagel dick jokes?
He's very good at sneaking those in tastefully.
In this movie, he had the fucking French baguette.
Oh, yeah.
It's his dick.
Yep. Sorry. I thought you said French bagel.
That whole scene was great, by the way.
Oh, well, he's just so excited to come home.
And he's so wrapped in the cord.
He's like pulling his shirt over his head, and he just doesn't know how to express it.
Tell me.
I'm gonna spoil it. That might be my favorite scene.
Sure.
Probably.
I was gonna say though, if you closed your eyes and kind of envisioned him not having such a deep voice, that's a kid talking on the phone to his dad.
Yeah, just
100%.
Fucking amped.
Yeah. Wally, has your kid ever come home from school and talked to you like that?
He does that shit every day. He called me because he made bacon for the first time the other day.
Dude, and I bet he was so excited.
And he FaceTimes me, and he cooks the bacon, and I have to sit and watch him eat it, so that way he could
watch me eat it, Daddy. Watch me eat it.
Yeah. He's like, this bacon's delicious.
I'm sorry. Did I just get your daddy on?
Can I get off the phone?
I saw you. I saw you go, Daddy.
Yeah, Brent with me.
Yeah. 17 girls in his phone. Daddy?
I'm into that.
Weirdo.
Whatever. Number 9, the Nutty Professor.
Hey, Reggie.
Oh, this probably
Hercules.
This probably crushed it. This had to be top 3
so
for
good.
Dude, Nutty Professor is the first one. You know what? Even the second one.
The second one,
right now.
is okay,
it's
but
good.
It doesn't stand a chance against the first one.
Oh no, for sure, it definitely doesn't. But it's still a good movie.
Yeah,
and it holds, I think, up, not to the test of time, but around all the different like sequels there were.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Number 8, Courage Under Fire.
Courage Under Fire.
I don't fucking know.
You don't know that movie? That's the Meg Ryan movie, right?
Probably.
Is it Denzel?
I think that's Courage Under Fire is Meg Ryan when she like. All right, moving on.
All right,
I'm just gonna make sure it's what I'm thinking it is.
Number 7, Chain Reaction.
Chain Reaction's an action. Is that Schwarzenegger?
Good. No, that was definitely not Schwarzenegger.
Wasn't that the virus outbreak movie? Wasn't that the virus outbreak movie?
Are you thinking of
Outbreak?
No, not that one. I know Outbreak is.
Do you?
Do you feel?
Yeah, they put all that shit on.
It's Meg Ryan and
Denzel going on.
And Matt Damon.
Chain Reaction is Keanu Reeves and fucking Morgan Freeman.
All right.
And it's got an 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Courage Under Fire is
is that what the
Goal 4 movie?
Off? I bet you that's where the nukes.
Oh yeah, and your girl Rachel Weisz is in.
Weisz.
Ooh, Weisz.
I don't understand her. You don't think she is a pretty woman?
Me and Steve like her a lot.
I don't get it. Have you ever seen? And I know you're going to say no.
Yeah.
The second Mummy movie, or at least like production stills from it.
No,
dude. You need to, and you're going to go.
All right, 10.
All right, 10. Number 6, Phenomenon.
I loved that movie. I know it's kind of weird, and
I just think of he's got the glasses and he's just doing the hand thing and making him float.
I don't know that I watched it.
John Travolta's an angel.
Yeah. It was okay. Oh. It wasn't like something that you need to watch, but like it was like at the time it was like, oh, John Travolta's new movie.
I went to the theaters for that one too with my parents. God, I used to go to a lot of movies. Fuck.
I used to go almost every weekend. My grandmother would take me.
I still try to go once a month. I mean, you know what? Actually, this weekend,
we are going soon.
Oh yeah, we need to go. What are we going to see?
The new Scream movie.
Oh yeah.
I want to take my kid to see the new Sing movie.
Think he'll sit through it?
Yeah, Ryder will.
Yeah, no, definitely not little one.
Yeah, not the little one.
You just keep pushing him down.
No, my 3-year-old will sit through it. Dude, if I give him some red wine and some popcorn, he'll be like, "Yep."
Like, look, dude, we're gonna sit here for 90 minutes. Don't say a fucking thing.
He'll lay on the couch and watch a whole series with me if he's into it.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Number 5.
Should make him watch the Richie Ramirez Night Stalker one. It's a really good one.
It is a good one.
Matilda.
I love that movie.
That was a great movie.
Danny DeVito.
Those parents, so bad.
It's the same fucking guy.
I love that movie.
Yeah, no, it's actually a really good movie, and I'm very surprised there hasn't
Danny DeVito
been
and Rhea Perlman, right?
Sequel, yeah,
who were married at the time.
Yep. Has there been a sequel to Matilda?
There's probably been,
there's been remakes.
Maybe like
there's probably been
Straight to
sequels,
DVD.
but it's like the American Pie sequels that don't have any of the original cast.
Wasn't there somebody in that movie was in The Crow?
Brandon Lee.
No, the pawn shop owner from The Crow was in Matilda, I do believe.
Was it the henchman from the Die Hard movie or any other movie in the 80s?
Oh, the Japanese guy?
Yeah, what was his name?
I don't know, but he's my favorite actor of all time.
Amazing. I need his agent.
You don't know his
We
name, but
need
he's your
him.
favorite actor of all time.
We need him on this show, and I bet you we could
What?
get him, unless he's dead. He might be dead.
What was
I don't know. He might be more apt to do an episode of Trannies and Grannies.
You know, I mean, I can't
You don't know
fault
what he's
you.
into, Steve.
I can't fault you there. You might be right.
he's Japanese. He might be into like octopus porn.
He might be out of the movie business.
You'll be best friends. Number 4, Independence Day.
Love it.
Oh, well, I know what my number 1 is.
That was number 4.
You haven't heard the top 3.
That was number 4.
Yeah, that was number 4.
This is 96, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There was 3 better movies. Or 3 bigger movies.
Well,
Because I'll be honest,
at
I don't
this
think
weekend,
I don't
right?
think Independence Day was a great movie. I just know that it did very well.
And you got to think, Independence Day
huge.
definitely came out July 4th weekend.
Yeah.
Right? There's no way you can't.
Right.
So this is August 9th.
I guess it was losing
So this is a
steam.
month
Yeah.
already, and it's still number 4.
And it was a summer full of bangers, apparently.
Yeah. So top
I'm gonna reach out to Al Leong.
Do it. Reach
I mean,
out to
what
him.
else the fuck is he doing, bro?
Nothing. He's going to be on this podcast.
And I want to talk about Die Hard, and I want to talk about him on the back of that Chevy truck in Last Action Hero with a fucking Uzi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So top 3, no particular order. Jack is in it.
Well, of course, at $12 million almost
Okay.
for opening weekend.
A Time to Kill.
What the fuck's that?
Oh shit!
Wally knows. And
That's Schwarzenegger,
Escape
right?
from L.A.
Oh, Snake Plissken.
All right.
Plissken.
Time to Kill
What
is
a
a good
time to
one.
be alive!
Escape from
to
LA
Kill.
is where they give him the common cold and tell him he's dying, right? I love that movie.
Dude, that movie has no right to be good, and
No,
it's amazing.
Something about
it's
A Time
pretty
to
trash.
Kill, like something about the way that A Time to
that's
Kill
King
is
Kong.
filmed, it makes it feel a little bit older. Like it doesn't look as good as
I get
Jack
what you're
does,
saying.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So I definitely thought that was more like a 93, 94. I didn't watch that
honestly,
movie until I was
thought-
older.
I thought A Time to Kill was like 89.
Yeah, I didn't
And then
watch.
I saw it on here, and I was like,
I didn't watch
Let me
that
double
movie
check.
until I was a little bit older.
Oh, fun fact about A Time to Kill. Same person did Lost Boys. Old Joel Schumacher.
yep,
Maybe
yep,
that's
yep,
why
yep.
it looks like shit.
Probably.
Oh, he got
I
an
love
award
that
by
movie.
Was
though.
there a sexy sax man in that movie? No.
He got an
No.
award by the NAACP for most outstanding motion picture.
Well,
How many black?
have you ever seen it?
No.
You would understand why.
Shit. All right. So
what a
do we-
great box office for that
Dude,
movie.
it's,
Holy
it's a
shit.
great movie. I love that movie.
How much did it make?
$152 million.
It killed Jack.
Jesus
Yeah, crushed the
Christ.
shit out of Jack.
All right. So what do we think? Top 3 that weekend, in your order, Vinny.
What was the last one you said?
So we
Escape
got-
from LA.
We got
right?
Jack, Escape
Okay.
from L.A., and A Time to Kill.
I'm gonna go for opening weekend.
Mm-hmm. For Jack.
For Jack, yeah.
I don't know if these are the opening.
Yeah,
weekend
no. For the opening weekend of Jack, I'm gonna put Jack at number 1.
Okay.
It's a pretty hefty opening weekend for a movie that
11.
just leveled
Yep.
off.
11 million, 11.2 million.
I'm gonna go Jack, A Time to Kill, Escape from LA.
Okay.
I think it's a time to kill. Now that I've seen it, A Time to Kill, Jack, Escape.
But you don't know when A Time to Kill
I
came out.
still think it was pulling heavy numbers.
Poland. Wally, where you at?
I think I'm with Brent. I think I'm the same.
So the order is number 1, Jack.
Nice.
Number 2, A Time to Kill.
There you got it.
Number 3, Escape from
Vinny
LA.
got
Vinny
it.
getting it.
Man, Escape from LA is such a good movie.
Would like all of
really
you to
is.
kindly
I know,
suck
right?
it.
Dude,
Suckity
when
balls.
at the end when they flash back to that girl just scratching his arm with the fucking common cold and he thinks he's fucking dying the whole movie.
Dude, and you know what's really crazy is that movie is Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Like, 1 for 1. Yeah, they do some other crazy shit, obviously. But the whole thing at the end is the same thing about the common cold. But it's not common cold. It's called Fox Die.
Right.
Yeah.
Man,
Wally
I
can piggyback on
Man,
me.
now I want to go watch Escape from LA.
Yeah, we need to go through this whole thing.
I cannot wait, dude. My fucking living room furniture is coming in 1 week. I cannot wait.
You're going to have a lazy boy.
Oh, that'll be in the office, but
He's
yeah,
gonna sprawl out on that couch.
You can take
with
it tonight.
basketball shorts on and
In
no
what?
underwear.
In his truck.
dude, he's got a foot of snow on the back of his truck.
I thought you had the
I'm not
the tunnel
driving like
cover.
that. Shh, I'm not doing that.
You get tunnel cover on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put it on.
Would it fit under it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you said it's in 2 pieces.
Yeah. Put it in the back.
Will it?
Yeah. I put it in my fucking car. I can fit in
There
the
ain't
trunk.
I mean, there's a ladder in there, but
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
I'm taking that bitch. Figure it out. Give your balls a tug.
Figure it out.
I need to watch the season 10. Apparently,
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
All right.
Apparently, I'm still paying for Hulu. I didn't know that I was.
I haven't watched.
I need to
season 10
download
yet.
Truebill if we're looking for a sponsor. Truebill. Figure out what the fuck you're paying for and don't want to anymore.
True Bill. All right, I'm gonna reach out to them.
I haven't watched
Sponsor
season
this
10 yet
podcast.
either. I did start the new season of Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I did that as
Dude,
well.
I'm so
It's okay.
Dude, I'm
Dude,
over
no,
it.
it starts out better. They chilled it out.
I heard though that
They
it
chilled out the
turns-
fucking karate fights.
it
If it
turns
takes that
into-
turn again, I'm gonna be mad.
Dude,
No,
season
no.
3 made me go.
It was like, there's no way these people are getting away with this.
Right.
Yeah, but it turns into high school drama. Is what
Does
I
it?
heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it turns into fucking what's your Canadian bullshit?
Degrassi.
Degrassi.
Well, I know
I
I
heard,
watched
yeah.
the first 2 episodes, and I could see it leaning that way. Sure.
Peyton
the
List is
best.
24 years old. She
Yeah.
doesn't go to high school.
But she does look a little younger.
Don't ruin that for me.
But
She's
hey,
hot as
no,
fuck.
every
She's
one of
weird.
those high school dramas, you think Misha Barton or Sophia Bush or any of them
I know.
were fucking 16 years old?
The
No.
one chick that plays
They were all in their 20s.
Sam LaRusso is like fucking 26, actually.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Back to this movie here. Tomatometer
She's
time.
also a dump truck.
She's
Tomatometer. I don't have George. I can't do it. The tomatometer.
Tomatometer.
Wait.
Brent did a pretty good job.
The tomatometer. No, I can't get that.
You
that
gotta,
growl.
you gotta get that Sam.
I gotta smoke a pack of cigarettes before I say it.
Let me try it.
Go hit some Marlboro Reds real quick.
Tomatometer.
No.
Nope. I just sounded like the Undertaker. You will rest in peace.
The tomatometer. No, I can't get it. Fuck George.
Yeah, fuck George and his
My wife,
weird
my wife
body.
texted me an hour ago and said, "What's the movie with people and a tiger?" I said, "Huh?" She said, "I have no idea. That's what he's asking for."
People
That's
and a tiger.
My 3-year-old want to watch
I
a
need
movie.
tiger and people. Make it happen
That was
now.
an hour ago.
Was
Go.
it,
She just
was it
texted me.
Jungle Book?
She just texted me and said, "George of the Jungle." That's what he was
I
asking
mean,
for.
all right. Yeah, sure. all right.
Dude, he loves.
Why'd you just sound like an old Jewish
All
guy?
right.
He loves the Brendan
Get your
Fraser
fish.
George of the Jungle.
Daddy want a fish.
He thinks it's fucking hilarious.
Lobster.
Daddy want a lobster. Get Daddy want a fish.
I got you. That's funny. Tomatometer time. What do we think the critic score was out of 100% on Jack?
60.
A 60.
See, I was thinking the same way.
I think they're gonna give it a little more because it's Robin Williams.
Okay.
I don't have to justify
I'm
it.
going-
Just 60.
I don't have to justify shit over here.
I can't justify these people's decisions.
Right,
They're way off
right,
their rocker.
yeah.
47.
47.
Yep. In that ballpark, kinda.
Alter. What do you got?
I'll do a 55 because
55.
really close.
The tomatometer on the critics is a 17%.
Wow.
Whoa.
They shit on this.
This just seals my decision on the fact that the people behind Rotten Tomatoes are total pieces of shit.
No,
Dude,
this shows me.
The Pest got a 14. Come on.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
shows
this
me.
is heads and fucking shoulders above the Pest.
This shows me they went and saw Francis Ford Coppola's name and went, "Why are you doing
Yeah,
this?"
do they have like an algorithm figured out for this shit?
Right.
Because there's no way a real person gave this a 17.
They didn't even watch it. They went,
Yeah.
"This is
No.
trife
They
bullshit."
read the
I'm not-
synopsis and go, "I'm not sitting through
Yeah,
that.
I'm
I
not
got
gonna
weed
see
to
it.
smoke."
Exactly. No,
Fuck those people. I want to sit down with these people.
I want to sit down with them.
Reach out to them. Can we get any of them on here to argue?
I mean, we could try.
Because
Oh, dude, there's a
they're
ton-
clearly all fucking
Yeah.
idiots.
Dude, there's hundreds of people that
How does it work? I've never looked into it.
that
Is
might
it like
be a good idea.
is it like
Sure.
fucking Wikipedia where you can pay to have an opinion?
No.
So you have to be accredited actual.
You know who we
reviewer.
could look into getting?
Yeah.
Kevin McCarthy from Fox 5. He's a local guy. He's been on the radio for hundreds of years.
I know
Fox
Kevin
5 is
McCarthy, who used to teach me at Leonardtown High School.
It's definitely not.
Yeah,
it's not-
I don't know. Show me a
it's
picture.
not, it's not BDK.
I had a joke. I'm not going to make it.
All right. What I wanted to say, so how Rotten Tomatoes works is if you are a credited actual movie reviewer in which you have a blog, a post, or whatever, you can post on the critic side. So then it takes all the review scores of them and then makes it out of 100, right? So if I gave it a 10% or if I gave it a 100%, it will make the average score, blah, whatever it is. Same thing with the user review.
Right.
So I can go on Rotten Tomatoes and say, this movie fucking sucks, 0%.
Yeah. So I mean, so they're just averaging.
sense
So
Yeah.
it's just whoever contributed to this movie because they don't set a panel down and make everybody do it.
No. And with older movies, it's harder because
So you could
Rotten
have one.
Tomatoes
You could
only
have one
started-
person give this 100 and one person give it a fucking a 0 and it's going to get a 50.
Right.
So yeah, I mean,
I think Rotten Tomatoes has to have a certain amount of scores before
they even justify it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But still, a
17. That's fucking.
I don't agree with it. I think this should at least be a 55.
I was gonna say 55 actually.
The delivery of Robin Williams' comedy in this, and
not even his comedy, just his overall acting.
He makes everything. You believe he's a goddamn 10-year-old.
Everything about it that gives it more than the.
Is it an 80, a 70? No, but where we are in this pocket, this 50 to 60 range.
Yeah,
this packet.
This is middle of the road, easy
for sure.
Oh yeah, it ain't no 17.
No, 17's ridiculous.
Yeah, 17's an ignorant.
I mean, we've watched some shitty movies that are way above 17.
You guys have covered some shit movies.
Expendables 2, 17. This movie, way up
That's
there.
what I don't get. The Rotten Tomatoes, like the Rotten Tomatoes reviews of things and their percentages are so skewed.
So
it's retarded.
So I kind of agree with you, right? But the problem is...
Expendables 2 has a 67?
Fuck that. No.
I mean, come on.
Well, now I know who the fuck works for Rotten Tomatoes.
Don't say it because you're going to get a text message.
I think that most of the older movies, 2000s and older,
That's not what I meant.
have a skew to them.
That's what I meant.
Have a skew to them because they weren't, certified fresh, or this movie didn't come out when Rotten Tomatoes was a thing.
Right.
So they weren't having all these people go on this and review the movie, review bomb it, right?
Right.
So I think these older movies, especially a movie like this, it's not going to have that many reviews to it that is accredited person.
True.
So I think that you're getting...
Because it's not a classic, right?
Right. So people are hunting this movie out to either love it or hate it.
I got you.
Expendables 2 got a what?
67.
Everybody that works for Rotten Tomatoes drinks Bang Energy.
Wow. He is so correct. So, okay, let's go audience score then. Rotten Tomatoes.
Audience score is going to be at least quadruple that.
Yeah, it's not a fucking 17. I can promise you that.
What do you think it is?
Well, now my feelings are hurt. So now I guess the audience probably thought it was, I don't know, a 45.
Okay. I'm going to go with a 65.
I think they were expecting Miss Doubtfire and they didn't get that.
They kind of got
And you know what? I get it. You know what I mean? Like, people are coming in to see, like, Robin Williams be...
They're expecting zany comedy.
Right. Or again...
There was splashes.
Yeah. But it wasn't throughout. They didn't... Maybe they got mad because I don't want to feel feelings. I'm watching Robin Williams.
Right.
You know? Or Francis Ford Coppola does these movies that are so crazy that... Where is that?
Does this guy kill his brother in this movie?
Right.
Like, there wasn't some
if you
crazy
think about
twist.
it, there's nothing that happens in this movie that you would go, wow, this movie is directed by some crazy director.
Right.
No, you could have told me it was
anybody
off the street guy.
Anybody, right?
Jefferson.
And maybe that's the point of it.
Yeah.
He's doing it just to make a normal movie, and people went,
yeah,
why? You know, like, that would be like, it's crazy.
What are you doing over there?
You're coming at me all wrong.
So
say it again. Let's stab you in the face with
Wally, what's your fan score? Wallace.
He died. He's gone.
Did he go?
I don't know. I think he's gone.
Wally.
We have no Wally audio. We have no audio.
I guess Wally's gone. Whatever. We're gonna roll on with it.
Yeah. We ain't got time for that bullshit.
We ain't got time. Audience score 49%.
All right.
I was there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in it.
45.
Yeah. So IMDb score. I'm just gonna say it. I don't like guessing this one for whatever.
No, because
reason.
it's always a little bit higher. It's probably a 6.
It's a 5.8.
Yeah.
Yep.
There it is.
Middle of the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt anybody's feelings.
Nope.
No.
It's just there, and you can watch it if you want to, kind of thing.
Exactly. Right. So we're gonna get to our actual
IMDb
questions.
is the Switzerland of
the Switzerland.
movie
Yep.
reviews.
No, I
Not
feel like
pissing
IMDb
nobody
normally has a good score. It's normally where I'm thinking the movie's going.
Now,
to
do
be
you know
with
how
me
theirs
anyways.
works? Do they
Same thing.
Do they do their own like panel of people, or do they just average like sales with reviews with whatever?
So the way they do it is you can go on and make a review. Okay. Whoever wants to review it, they
so
put
there's
a
no
score.
like algorithm for figuring things. They just average out reviews.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Which normally people that are going on there are hunting down to make the review anyways. So it's either going to be fuck this movie or this movie rules. So then it just averages it out.
Right.
Because why would you go and review something?
Yep.
Because you either hate it or you love it. A lot of people don't put stuff or review stuff because they're like, it was all right. Exactly. So, getting to our actual questions of the episode, who was your favorite character?
I guess everybody's really would be Jack, except I really I like the kid that was in Little Giants too.
Yeah.
The little bowl cut kid with the glasses.
With glasses,
and shit.
yeah.
Because he's funny as shit.
Dude,
like
he
when
is.
they're
He's
singing
really
that
good.
song with Bill Cosby, and he's like,
"Why's everybody always picking on me?"
That, and then like when Jack's playing basketball and he starts like really
Dancing.
serving those kids, and he's doing that shitty chicken dance and stuff. Like that kid makes me laugh so hard.
Also, he said he wants to be a rapper called Heavy E. He wants to get fat.
Yeah. He's so fucking funny.
Oh, no, Wally's back.
Hey, Wally's back.
Where'd you go?
I went and took a quick old
You
dumpling
motherfucker!
You took a dump.
Hey, you don't tell nobody when you're gonna squeeze one out.
I tried to
You
throw it.
like conversation.
I'm sorry.
I tried to throw it to you, and you weren't there.
I thought about taking you guys with me. And
You're a
could've.
real
my
piece of
headset,
shit.
but-
You piece of
definitely-
shit.
You're a real piece of shit.
Wally, who's your favorite character?
Yeah.
Favorite character? Oh, I mean, it'd have to be Jack. You know, but if it's like an honorable mention, I really like Bill Cosby. That he felt very authentic.
It puts the pudding in the pop.
What you doing there, Jack?
He has my
You're
favorite
breaking
scene
my
too,
heart.
right? So that scene we were talking about where he's explaining to everybody, or he's trying to talk Jack off the ledge, right?
Jack
man
off.
up.
Jack off. Oh.
You did it, Wally.
Nerd.
You know these fuckers.
This motherfucker said Jack off.
Yeah, that scene was amazing. That scene was phenomenal. I think he did a great job with it.
I want to say something.
Well, say it.
Yeah, what the fuck,
Go
dude?
Jack off
I
the
have
ledge.
to say it because I always get interrupted if
Go
I
Jack
don't.
off on a ledge.
And you see what's happening. When the Blink-182 CD came out, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket,
Yeah.
I didn't get it. And
Really?
then I like...
The fuck, Steve? You were like 13 years old. You
Right.
definitely should have got
He was
that.
innocent.
But I
definitely
wasn't.
jacking it.
I wasn't paying attention to that. I was paying attention to the music,
Oh,
right?
Jesus
so then I
Christ.
was just like, all right, cool, whatever. And it wasn't until like
Steve's too deep for Blink-182.
right. It wasn't until like a year later that I think Eric Polo or your cousin told me like, "Yo, dude, they're talking about jacking it." And I was like, "Oh yeah, because Take Off Your Pants and Jacket." I'm an idiot.
It was such a well-played joke, and
It really
the
is, yeah.
artwork for the 3 different CDs.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
Which one did you get?
I had the one that was just the jacket, and then I went and bought the one that was all 3 collectively, so you could have all the bonus tracks.
Oh,
Whatever one I had was green. I think that was Jack.
I had
Yeah,
the
it
green
was
one
the jacket,
too.
I think.
I had the green one as well.
Wow. We just pulled a fucking fast one.
Right.
Uh,
So
Who is Brent's
character?
favorite character?
my favorite character is Brian, the dad, because there's a lot going on there, and I think that guy delivered
Because
it
Brent's a
perfectly.
pervert too.
You know what? You're right though. Like anytime he was on screen, you were like, "Does he have ulterior motives?
Right.
What is he thinking
Is
right
he a
now?
bad
What is he
guy?
doing?" Yeah.
And the answer is no. I think all of his points are super valid.
The part where he's like trying to talk Jack into going back to school the next day.
Yeah.
And he's like in the driveway riding his bike and stuff. That's really endearing stuff.
And when he hits the door and then goes, "Hey, can we put up a basketball net?" You can see his face light up,
Yeah, he's
like,
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like,
let's
we can.
fucking do this, you know.
Yeah.
And then
They're
he,
fucking guys being dudes.
right, yeah,
Right. And,
I
and
liked
then,
it.
you know, when he called, like, clearly mom knows what he does for a living. He's either shooting porn or shitty ads.
Dude, it's so weird that like
They set it up in a
But
way
why
you
did they
don't
sprinkle
know.
that- Dude, he could have been
why,
taking
yeah,
pictures
he could have been taking somebody's family
anything.
pictures at JCPenney.
Right.
But he's taking pictures of busty women sitting on a
You know,
large
you know,
carrot.
you know why they put that in the movie? For that dad who was sitting there going, "This movie fucking there's titties."
for Brent's dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Tits, yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh, there's some titties. I'm good.
I need to refill all
what
this
do we got?
giant Coke.
We got 45 minutes. There might be more titties. I'm good.
For
I'm
Brent's
here.
dad to go, all right, tits.
Yeah.
That's exactly why they're there. On a
Pretty much.
carrot. On a carrot.
Oh, yeah. And, but yeah, for me, I don't know if he's ever played anything else, but I want to watch everything he's in now.
It was the mustache, wasn't it?
And he had that weird pervy pencil mustache, that flamenco mustache.
I know, it was a little thick. It wasn't pencil. It was a little thick.
Yeah, but it had the space in between.
It did, yeah.
Mine
Yeah.
has that.
He was in 27.
My shit just
dresses.
doesn't grow there.
He was in
Yeah.
27 dresses.
Yep.
That's so horny.
The fuck, Wally?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm here I got my computer here, so this makes this really easy to do.
We're not here to talk about
And
Katherine
why-
Heigl movies.
Wally's computer is in an office the size of a closet. He's definitely jacking it later.
He's like
Smells
arcing
like-
ropes of jism all
Smells
over.
like ball soup in there.
Yeah, it smells like ball soup.
Closet smells slightly like bleach.
You walk in.
Look at that.
I know what
Very dimly lit room.
10 degrees warmer.
We don't
than the
want
rest of
any
the
black
house.
lights anywhere in this room.
No.
So my favorite character in this movie is definitely Bill Cosby. He is an absolute fucking bro in this movie.
Dude, the scene where he
100%.
gets in the treehouse.
Yes.
My favorite thing, like not even like the thing where he's talking about teaching Jack how to fart or anything. No. When he first gets up there and he's like, "Oh, this place is a little hipper than I thought," and he picks up that cigar box, and he opens it, and it's just toys, and he goes, "No, it's not.
No, it's not." And then
he definitely thought there was weed in there.
The best part is like they're making him all this like stupid whatever, and like, "No, you got to eat it." He's like, "I love you, man," and just fucking takes a bite out of it. Like, dude, even if me and you guys,
but he doesn't. He doesn't take the bite. He just like
but
and
whatever.
He acts like he took one and is about to throw up, and they all think it's like hilarious. But he's totally broing with Jack, where he's like, "Did you eat this?" And he's like, "We all have to."
Right.
And he's like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like if we started hanging out and there was some weird whatever ritual to get into the group, like
but we don't talk about it on the camera.
I'm not saying that. I'm look. What I'm saying is boys will be boys, right? Fucking
sometimes boys will be girls, and that's what Brent watches.
And that's fine. You do you. What I'm saying is, motherfucker showed up and put out for his friend. You know what I mean? He went up in there.
Brent's shooting a promo, trying to figure out what camera to point at. What is this? The end of Hot
Is it over
Ones?
here? Is it over here?
Yeah. What was this? The end of Hot Ones?
You got this one. You got that one. You got that one. Say what you got going on, Brent. I'm waiting.
What?
What do you got going on in your life, Brent?
Nothing. Fuck your life. Bing bong. I don't.
Yeah, bing bong. No, you could talk about the show that we might have this Friday. You could talk about the other podcast you're on. You could talk about this other band that you're in that you're dropping tracks. You can do whatever you want. Talk about it. Go.
Why would I do that in the middle of Jack?
Because it doesn't fucking matter. We're here.
We already did all this.
We're supporting
You're making
people.
me feel weird. I gotta pee. Stop it.
All right, I'm gonna look at Vinny.
You're tickling his pee spot.
Plug your fucking band.
Which one?
Doesn't matter which one.
Bing bong.
All right, hit or miss. The emo and pop punk cover band has a show on Friday at ABC Liquors and Lounge.
Is that January?
Weather pending.
Weather pending. That is January 7th at 10 o'clock.
That one will be
Eastern
a game time decision.
That will be definitely.
Canceled.
Dreading, the hardcore band that Brent and I are in, put out 2 tracks on January 1st. Actually, we put them out on December 31st because I go to bed early.
Because I go to bed. I don't like to stay up. It's too.
But you can find them on SoundCloud and Bandcamp and at Dreading MDHC on Instagrams.
On the grams of Insta.
Damn it. That went the absolute wrong way. I should have went that way.
I'm going to kick your ass.
That was a good shot, though, wasn't it?
It was, but it looks weird on the camera because it looks like you flicked it forward and it bounced back at him.
I'll just throw
Son
it at
bitch.
him.
Moving on, because I got to pee now that Brent said pee.
Moving on, who is your least favorite character?
You
You want me to start? I can start.
Please.
It's Bill Cosby for drugging women.
Oh, stop it.
I don't like...
Stop.
Because you know it was going on at this point.
Yeah, I don't like the one spiky-haired friend.
Yeah,
He's like being a dick about bringing Jack into things,
and then he's
like,
fine.
He's like one thing, and he's gone. Blah blah.
Fuck
that
you.
kid sucked.
We do what we want here.
That kid was a lackey, anyways. He just did whatever Louis said.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's talk about how cool that fucking treehouse.
Yep. Dude, it had power.
It had 3 layers.
Yeah.
How did they build a rope bridge when they were 10 years old?
Also, how could it not be a plot point
One
in
of
the
them
movie?
deserves a fucking engineering degree.
Right? How
Well,
could
it's
it not?
definitely Eddie.
How could it not be a plot point in the movie where it falls and breaks for them to not get mad at Jack because you're fucking
Well, they
big?
mention it.
They do, but it doesn't
bring Cosby
happen.
up.
No,
What? Because he brought Cosby there to break it?
But what I'm saying is it breaks, and it's obviously because they're
They're 2 grown men.
6 little kids.
Eddie
together.
keeps bringing it up. He keeps bringing it up.
You're right, because he's the
keeps saying
structural
it's not gonna
engineer.
hold.
He is the structural engineer who put it
The
together.
first time Jack comes there, he's like,
But they
150 pounds up here, man.
But they laugh about it because it,
Split between the 3 of us?
when it falls, fucking Robin Williams goes, "Why is everybody always falling on me?"
Yeah, like, it's
Those,
funny.
those little jokes he pushes in are perfect.
Yeah, and they're like ADR'd in like 6 months later. There's a lot of ADR in this movie, like a lot. Like Diane Lane has a couple lines where I'm like, that's not what you're saying.
I don't care what she's saying. I just like to look at her.
That and the girls when they're graduating, that's still their little girl voices.
Yeah. Like they just fucking put it over top of whatever they're saying. They probably
Yeah.
weren't even saying anything, and they're just like, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
Also, that
It's
little
like
girl,
watching
that
fucking
little girl.
Squid Game over
all right,
here.
you
Yeah.
know what? No, I changed my
fucked
mind.
up.
Least favorite character, that little girl Jane. She's a judgmental little
Freak
bitch.
Yeah,
You're right. You're
Jane-
absolutely
Jane
right.
said you're a freak. I'm not a freak. Well, Jane said you are.
The one,
Well, who's
the
Jane?
one, yeah, and she's like, I'm Jane, and you are a freak.
You're right.
When he calls her Four Eyes, I'm like, good.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Get
little
her.
bitch.
Get that bitch. And you know what? It took him a lot. You could see in his face the way Robin Williams was talking to even say that.
To
back
say that to
someone.
a child, like, he did not want to do that because you know that girl wears glasses in real life.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm crushing this child's soul.
What a guy.
4 eyes.
Wally, you got a least favorite character?
Probably Jennifer Lopez. That
what for
she
leading
turned
them on?
For leading him
Yeah.
on. Give me
Well, not
pants.
necessarily, but yeah.
I get where you're coming from. Like, does she add to the movie? Yes, but she's there just to be there. You know what I mean?
Jennifer
Like,
Lopez.
does it need to be Jennifer Lopez? Probably not. But at the time, who is she? Right?
Not waiting this out.
I'm not waiting this out. I got pissed.
Tacos y burritos.
Taco, taco, taco.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bean.
Taco flavored kisses.
Didn't like her in this movie.
Bean.
Bean.
God damn it, South Park. All right, so let's go to favorite part or scene.
We all
For
mentioned this, didn't we?
I mean, we kind of
we kind of yeah, but this is the actual
But-
point where we asked the question.
Oh, okay.
Mine is kind of it kind of happens quick. When Louis goes to his house first to ask him for a sleepover,
Mhm.
and like you can hear the mom and him playing, and she answers the door in like full gear.
She's wearing the White Ranger fucking shit.
The White
man.
Ranger
Hell yeah.
shield.
She's
the
got the
Christmas light
gloves. She's
vest.
got the yeah.
She's got a cool gun, and she goes, "Well, I don't know. We have plans." And he's already got a bag
Yeah,
packed,
gone.
gone.
Yeah, that is great, and that is how kids would be that
Right,
time.
kissed
and
her
he's fun-
goodbye,
yeah.
and she was like,
He didn't even kiss her. He just kissed the air by her
right,
face.
tried to,
Yeah.
right? And then he goes, she's like, do this, do that, don't stay up too late. I won't, I will, I won't, I will.
Right.
And then she puts the gun in the air and goes, like, all right, have fun.
And that's what I was getting to earlier. Like, she seems like such a great mom and
Right.
just trying her hardest to be.
I mean,
Yeah,
how man, that scene right there was like, he's 10.
right. Let him go.
He was going to talk about boners and fart in a can.
And they did. And
Oh,
they
they
lit
did.
him. Oh my God. That was so good.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Yep.
You want to try it?
To fart in a can and light it on fire?
You gotta trap it. And it's gotta be a good one.
I know it's got to be something long.
Yeah.
But I'd be afraid to like have a shit in the can.
So I remember watching this movie and I didn't remember if it happened, but I was like, he's definitely gonna shit his pants in front of these kids.
Yeah.
And then it'll be funny. Like,
Dude.
because you're 40, you don't know what you're dropping.
Cheese.
Right, exactly.
Fucking rectal rocket,
Exactly. You could be like, "Blip. Oh shit, I got some coins.
Brad. Right.
That would have been funny.
Dude.
They should have done that.
Yeah, he should have shit his ass for sure.
Wally, you got a favorite part or scene?
No, I got to pee.
Yeah, I already
Everybody's
mentioned it
pissing.
earlier. It was
What, are you
that-
gonna
that
piss in
scene
front of
where Bill Cosby's talking to Robin Williams and trying to get him to come back outside and be
So at the
even
end-
telling him to man up.
So towards the end, basically, right, where he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
saying like, I'm not your teacher anymore or whatever. I'm losing
I
a
think that was the
student
best
or whatever.
acting in the whole movie too. That acting.
Yeah,
was-
and you know what? You don't really
Perfect.
think about Bill Cosby being such a great serious actor, and he really, I mean, throughout this movie, there's only one part where he's being a little goofy, and that's him in the treehouse. Besides that,
Yeah.
in the beginning, he's being a great serious actor, doing what he needs to do with Robin Williams, and respect.
Oh, Yukon Cornelius.
Ah, yeah, until he starts
He's back.
dropping fucking things in women's drinks.
Oh God.
I'm gonna go back to that.
Kobe.
Oh boy.
Kobe. So my favorite part is wait, we get to you. We didn't. You kind of said it. So let's go
I
to you
kinda-
first.
yeah, I
Yeah,
kinda said
yeah. Get into
Well,
it. Your
which
favorite part
part?
of scene.
Because I have a couple.
Go for it. Doesn't matter.
That whole entire phone scene where he's talking to his dad.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's just like the most playful. Like
Yeah.
that is how an excited child would talk to their father. And it's hilarious because it ends with him running across the kitchen with a big
Yep.
bread loaf in his dick.
For no reason.
Yeah,
They
but
could
it-
have cut that out.
It's for a reason because it's fucking hilarious. That whole conversation.
That was the
is awesome.
PG-13 rating, right?
I
there.
love that scene, and then, like I said before, the scene where he's talking to Louis' mom when he's talking to Fran Drescher. Like
It's good. Yeah.
he couldn't have played that part any better. Of like being thrown out there to play the principal of the school, but being this naive 10-year-old who's really not
Yeah.
even like a 10-year-old in the world. He's almost
He's just that-
infantile in a
right.
lot of ways because he hasn't been exposed to anything. But just like the shit he's saying, like when she put that cigarette in her mouth and he pulled it out and snapped it in half, and like everything about it was perfect. Him playing a child,
Yeah, and you were talking earlier about him like playing with his shirt. And
yeah, like his
everything.
hands in his
it's-
shirt. The whole,
it
it's
is
just
so good.
it's all nervous energy the whole time. It's really good.
Yeah, it is really good. Now that I think back on it, and like even how Fran Drescher plays it, like yeah, she can see it, but she doesn't want to see it, right? Because she's
just
she's trying to
like
flirt
this
with him.
naive
and,
guy.
Exactly, you're right. Exactly. So how do
You know,
you?
she's probably done like the tough guy thing, and she's looking at this guy who's like kind of demure. And
Exactly. Like, yeah.
she's like, you know what? He seems like a nice guy.
Right. He's my kid's new principal and just got in today because he's got
You good,
diarrhea
fella?
and he's spewing everywhere.
Oh, that dude. When he's like, he had diarrhea, and she's like, diarrhea?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, and then he was spewing, and he had squirts, and she's like, that's more than I need to know.
It's fucking funny, though. So my
My
favorite...
Fran Drescher sucks, by the way.
Everybody's Fran Drescher.
I don't... Yeah, you can't... Unless you're Fran Drescher, you can't.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try. My favorite part, though, is when he's getting out of prison. And he's asking...
Prison, Steve. He did a turn.
Yeah.
He did like 3 hours.
Right.
Whatever.
He went to jail, bro.
When he's getting out
in a
of
holding
jail...
cell.
I'm sorry.
Steve's got him on the wire.
Right.
Whatever. When he's getting out of jail and he's
asking about
he's asking the security guard about his fucking pog.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
The security guard goes, it seems all your belongings. It's a Pez dispenser, a pocket knife, a Spider-Man watch.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, what about my
He's like,
pog?
what about my pog? It was a slammer.
Right. Nobody would fucking get
Dude,
that if you watch it today.
It's
Like,
out of context nowadays.
Dude.
But
What
when
is
that
that?
fucking security guard
Now
locks
Pogs are
eyes
gonna
with
make
him
a
and
comeback
sticks his
'cause we
hand in
just
his pocket
mentioned
real slow and pulls it out.
right. It's hilarious. And it makes to me,
Also,
it makes
I had
the
a
entire
fucking-
movie.
I had a mad pog collection.
So
I
did
still got mine.
I still
You
have.
want to play?
I still
We
have
can
my.
fucking play
I still have
tonight.
all my important ones,
Yeah.
and I have like the 50 state collection.
Did you
and
have
all
the
that shit.
steel slammers?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I hated the fucking plastic ones.
Remember
that were
you
like
used to be
thick.
able to go
Remember, you couldn't
to
fucking slam
you used to be
anything
able to
with
go to
those.
like trading card stores
Yeah.
and buy pogs.
Yeah.
Or Michael's. Michael's had them for some
Yeah,
reason.
Did you
Michael's had a
have-
shit. Remember they had that big bin of them in the
Yeah.
middle of the fucking store.
Did you have more of the off-brand pogs or the actual
No,
pogs?
the actual pog brand. I had a bunch of the shitty ones
Yeah.
too, but I had like the actual pog ones. And remember, like I used to collect football cards
Yeah.
and hockey cards and everything when I was growing up. And then like Topps started putting out pogs with like players on them.
Yeah. Gay.
Now I want hockey pogs.
I might have
Called hogs.
I need some hogs. We need some good slammers. And the slammers just like the
Trannies
team
and
logo.
grannies.
It's just a
sponsored
picture
by Hogs.
It's just a picture of Ty Domi.
Right. That's it. That's all you need. Fucking spraying water on that guy from the fucking crowd.
Oh god.
Anyways, dude, pogs honestly
So
are
much fun.
awesome. Yeah.
We had a lot
Like,
of fun, man.
You got to think like what do kids have
Goddamn,
today? What do we have? We're throwing
Fortnite.
metal at other plastic fucking things to flip them over.
Cardboard.
Right. Amazing.
Just trying to flip
And
cardboard
you know what?
pieces.
I will play it tonight.
We used to
I'm
play it
gonna
on the we used to play it on the
find-
playground at Dent Elementary School.
Right, and then
Nice.
and you used to play for pogs. You'd bet
Yeah.
pogs,
Yeah, yeah.
and like
Yep.
motherfucker, if you lost, oh my god.
I used to
What
trade
was-
cards at Dent, and there's some kids that I went to elementary school with, and I'm sorry, you didn't own a Beckett, and you didn't know what the fuck your shit was worth.
Right.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
And you liked shitty teams. I traded you a lot of shit that I have still to this day that's worth money.
So, question: what was the highest pog stand like you would play?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't
the
remember
rules.
that, dude.
Yeah.
I just
I remember it was
having
like 6 or
I
something.
remember having a black tube that was like this long
Yeah.
that I would carry all like my
Yeah.
good pogs in
right.
with a couple
slammers
slammers.
at the top. At
Yeah.
the top. Yeah.
Couple
Definitely at the
slammers in
top.
there.
and you
Walk
had
up
the-
like
you had
pack
the-
that motherfucker
you had
like
the
a
plastic-
cigarette pack.
And you had the plastic arena, basically, the disc.
Oh, I never even did it in
We
there.
never did it. in
I-
that.
Yeah, it was just
I
fucking
did.
put it on the table or the ground.
We
Let's
used to
go.
set it up. We used to
but
set it up in a square. on the
Anytime,
playground.
anywhere, we're pogging.
The height was 6 to 10.
I think so. Yeah.
Steve said that he's like, "We fuck prism rules, Paul."
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Pogging. We're throwing it from the goddamn shoulder height.
Oh yeah, you can't. You have to.
You do whatever you want. It don't matter.
Nah, man, you can't be all next to it.
Steve's still over here flicking his fingers like, "Bog,
Because-
bitch."
Pog, motherfucker.
because every now and then, like an asshole will try to take the slammer and try to flip the whole
I
fucking.
hate
deck.
that where they just like,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no, dude,
Yeah.
it's called a slammer, not a flipper, bro.
Yeah, it's a dick move.
you know what? We're gonna have a pog league and we're gonna start it.
Shit.
Let's
You
do
know
it.
what? Yeah, but the fucked up thing is, we'll do it for like 6 weeks, and then hipsters will take over, and they'll be doing it at a hole in the wall.
You know what?
Yep.
We start
They'll be doing it all
right
these places
here
where they drink out of
on the
mason
decision
jars.
reel
Right, yeah.
with old granddad and trannies.
Trannies and
We're
grannies.
doing it.
We're gonna talk
With
about
pogs.
transmissions, old granddad, and pogs, and not fat ass white girls. Pogs.
Yeah.
Not PAWG.
So Jack, were we entertained with this movie?
Oh yeah. If
Yeah.
you're not, you don't have
Yeah.
a heart. It
It is entertaining, dude.
It's a roller
because
coaster ride of emotions.
It really is when you think
It
about it. Like
is. It-
when you start seeing him on the fucking oxygen and everything, you're like, God damn it!
It also
and
starts
then
to make you kind of,
miraculously he just survived.
He just took it easy for 7 years, Steve.
Yeah.
So he was 68 when he graduated high school.
70.
Well, four times. Okay. The only reason I did this is because he
four
was.
times the average age of a high school.
Well, no, he
graduate.
was 10, And then it said 7 years later. That's 17 times 4, 68.
Okay.
Thank you.
But it's funny and it's lighthearted in the like kid sense.
Yeah.
But it does make you face your own mortality.
Yeah, and again, I want to bring this up, Bicentennial Man. It's the same movie, right? Like talking about going through your life and dying and go, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's a robot, but he ends up starting as a kid robot. You know what I mean? Like he's barely knowing anything and learning stuff, and then finds out that he wants to become a person so he can go through life and die, right?
Sure.
It's kind of the same movie.
And what was the Brad Pitt movie that was the opposite of this one?
Benjamin Button.
The old
Curious
Case of BB.
Yeah. I watched that one time.
I saw that in the theaters.
But I feel like that movie was insanely long.
It was.
It was like 2:45 or something.
It was very long.
Oh, there's Wally. Thanks for joining us.
I'm here. I was trying to say stuff earlier.
It's hard. For Wally's case, it is hard to say
when you're not
shit.
making eye contact.
Yeah, dude. When you're on the phone and not being interviewed, it's not worth it.
Also, there's like a slight delay with
There's
Discord.
a half a second delay.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. Wally, just start yelling at us.
Well, and the
farted a million
zingers
times,
fly
guy.
fast in the Thunderdome.
Right, yeah. Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch. If you can't keep up, just get out of here.
Not Aretha Franklin. What the fuck is her name? She's in Thunderdome.
Aretha Franklin.
What? Cher?
No, in Mad Max.
What the
in
fuck,
Thunderdome.
Steve?
Mad Max Thunderdome.
Sylvester Stallone's ex-wife?
No. Is it?
Tina Turner?
Tina Turner, thank you.
Jesus Christ, Steve.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Aretha Franklin?
Would we recommend this movie?
That's like 4 Tina Turners.
The Queen of Soul.
Would we recommend this movie to our mothers?
I know my mom's seen it, of course.
My mom would probably watch it cry like a little baby.
Like a biatch.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'd recommend
Yeah,
this to
my
my
mom
mom.
kinda like it.
And yeah, Wally's mom, I feel like is in like the same breath as my mom. Like they're in the same.
Okay.
Boom, done. We're watching this movie. They would like it.
Steve.
Yes.
You know what movie that he did that I forgot? Robin Williams? Toys.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's wearing that fucking hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I see. The red
No.
hat. The fucking. I don't even know what you call it.
Just came back to me. Sorry. ADD thought.
That's a good movie.
Coming back.
That is a good movie. But with that, hold on. I got to move these beer bottles out of the way.
Oh, Steve getting a little ripped up over there.
He didn't open half of them.
Yeah, he did. They're all empty.
They're empty.
Had a boy, Steve.
Call him out.
Hey,
I was wrong.
hold on. The fun facts of the fucking week.
This is the Thinking and Drinking podcast.
With old granddad and trannies and
Transmissions.
transmission.
Grannies and grannies.
Francis Ford Coppola gave Robin Williams camping gear to spend the night in his backyard and $10 to spend at a Toys R Us before shooting this film. Think about that for a second. Hey, here's $10. Go to Toys R Us, buy some toys,
I mean, even
and then
in,
fucking go in your backyard.
even in
sleep.
'96, or '95, what the fuck were you getting at Toys R Us for $10?
I think that's the point, though. If you're like a 10-year-old
You
kid,
get like 2 of those $3 Lego things, and then like a sucker at the front register.
he did want a sucker
Oh,
later
and
in the movie.
when he's in intensive care, he goes, "Can I have a sucker?"
Yeah. Robin Williams agreed to play Jack Powell after Disney apologized to him for breaking their promise
Aladdin.
to keep his name out of marketing for Aladdin in '92.
Oh,
That's why he's not in the second Aladdin movie.
so they used him to sell that movie.
And he said, "I will not be in this movie if you use my name to promote it and sell merchandise." And guess
And
what they did?
fucking hoard him out.
They really did.
Yeah. I mean, can you blame them to a point?
I think
Who else is in that movie?
If I'm remembering correctly, on a lot of the movie posters, the genie is the biggest character.
Yeah.
But is he not the biggest character in the movie?
I suppose.
Or so, how would I say?
But I mean, fuck, the movie's called Aladdin.
It is, but is it not
Al
about the?
or D, or is it Lottie?
It's not. It's about the fucking genie. He frees him at the end. It's the genie story. It's not Aladdin's story.
How hot is Jasmine though?
In which movie?
Rule 34, the first one.
Quit making it
sure.
weird.
Sorry,
He's always got to go there.
George would have my back on that one.
Well, he's not here.
Wasn't there a lot of dicks in this one too, just like Little Mermaid?
No, it was only Little Mermaid where they drew him like in the background, and
And then
people-
Lion
There
King's
was some in this
shit
one, too, like
was
in
in
the
the
clouds and
clouds.
shit.
yeah,
that was Lion
Lion
King.
It was Lion King. Yeah,
Oh, that's what it was.
they might have got the idea to do it on Aladdin and it just pushed out. I don't know. Whatever. Jack's condition is based on progeria,
which they mention in the movie.
a real-life condition that causes rapid aging.
Except you see it really hard.
Right. The average lifespan of someone with progeria is 13 years old. The oldest recorded lifespan as of 2018 is 30.
Damn.
It's insane. That person probably looked like a mummy by the time they...
Right, yeah.
Like the Crypt Keeper.
Like,
I remember studying that shit in high school biology class.
it's crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's
And
crazy.
what is it? Some gene in your genome that
Yeah,
goes
it's like a degenerative
done,
gene. that
right? And
causes
you
to
can't
age
just
rapidly.
turn it off. You
No.
know what I mean? Like, fuck. That's
Well, they say in the movie, they're like,
Yeah.
life gives you an internal timer, and some people are moving
Right.
faster.
and it would be crazy if you could somehow figure out how to turn it slower.
Right.
Make that movie.
Like Homeboy says in Biodome, no, I am God.
Goddamn Biodome.
You can dance if you want to. You leave your friends behind.
Dude, do you not play that song? Because you should.
Booter ding ding
Why?
ding ding. The safety
That's in
dance.
Biodome, right? Where they're dancing
yeah.
around.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying
yeah.
Hydro Effects needs to play that song.
100% chance Barrick has broken into that song before just on his own.
I
Oh,
know,
there's
there's
no
no way.
doubt in my mind. No, we played a lot of really dumb shit, like dumb fucking songs.
Yeah. Although ridiculed for making this film, Francis Ford Coppola has defended it, saying he is not ashamed of the final cut of the movie. He has been friends with Robin Williams for many years and has always wanted to work with him as an actor.
what is there to be
When
ashamed of?
Williams
Right.
was offered the screenplay
Screenplay.
for this film, he said he would only agree to do it if Coppola agreed to sign on as director. So basically, he said, Disney, you want to make things right? I'm doing this movie, and this is my director.
Yeah, he did
Make it happen, bitch.
Yeah.
Damn.
And they did.
And his friend did him a solid.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So Tom Hanks was originally the choice for the lead role in
Nope.
this movie
You already
because,
did it once called
No.
Big.
I don't like it.
because of his performance in Big, which was in 1988. Robin Williams, though, was considered for the lead in Big before Tom Hanks got it.
I think the...
That's weird.
I mean, maybe
Right.
it's just like one of those things where we've been conditioned to understand them the way that they are. I don't think it would have worked the other way.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Me neither.
I think both movies suck if you flip it.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think
Because
it would've been as
because
funny.
Big is more is it
Yeah, Big, I don't need Robin Williams comedy in that movie.
exactly. It's perfectly the way it is.
And this movie, if you put Tom Hanks in it, I'm just going to go, the fuck?
Yeah, I don't think Tom Hanks would have
What is this,
brought...
Forrest Gump's first 10 years?
Right,
but
That shit?
I don't think he would have brought like the same childlike aspect that Robin
No.
Williams
Yeah, I don't
does.
think he has that vulnerability.
Right, exactly. Or that the charm that Robin Williams has to make you
I
like
understand.
kid-like.
I understand what they were trying to go for to like flip it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Before Jack climbs up the treehouse, all the kids are inside and a TV plays the 1923 film The Hunchback of Notre Dame. This film is about Quasimodo, a man who wants to be accepted to society but is mocked by his appearance, much like Jack was when he first was introduced in public school.
Never noticed that.
Sanctuary.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a cool little nod there. You know what I mean? And they're also playing something else at the end when the treehouse comes down. I can't remember what it was. It looked like something. What's that guy's name with the Hitler stash?
Oh, Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, I think it was a Charlie
Yeah.
Chaplin movie or something. Whatever. So this film takes place in 1986, 1996, and 2003.
Mm-hmm.
So the end, yeah, 2003 when they're graduating or whatever. And what a great speech too that he gives at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what-
his valedictorian speech is great.
Yeah. The only thing I thought about though watching that was if they invited any other people or were they selling tickets to that place, no one would have fit there. Because it's a weird like amphitheater
Yeah,
on a cliff.
It looks like an amphitheater at King's Dominion.
Right. And they're like, look, we only got so many people that can come. You can only have your fucking parents that can be there. No one else can be there. They can wait in the back or some shit. And if we had a bigger class, nobody would fit.
By the way, he had two siblings at his graduation.
I thought it was one.
No, there's a baby and like a child.
Is there?
Yeah.
I guess dad went, fuck this guy. We are making more kids.
Well, the one would have happened like right away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Well,
For sure.
she was like maybe 6 or 7.
Right. Well, you have a 9-month gestation period.
You're right, yeah. So when they had that conversation, I guess they went right to it at that night.
Gynecologist Latham over here.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. The fucking
What?
no. in the movie, when Jennifer Lopez asked one of the kids, what do you want to be when he grows up? He goes, I want to be a gynecologist because of you.
By the way, that's that same fucking kid that when they're playing basketball, he's sitting up against the hoop reading that girl's palm. Like every cut scene, he's getting closer to that chick.
Flirty.
And then he's reading her palm. That's that same kid that said he wanted to be a fucking gynecologist.
It's fucking
whatever. But how fucked up is that
I think.
to have in this movie? You know what I mean? Like, I want to be a gynecologist. You should think about that. Really, because of you. What?
No, that's fucking hilarious.
Because I know you got a fat Latina swole cat.
Oh my God.
Christ.
What?
That's racist.
Cat.
Never heard swole cat?
No, but Jack would have been 72 at his graduation.
I'll eat my 72-year-old cock.
I'm just going with what the internet's telling me.
It's math, Brent.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. Jack was nominated for Worst Picture at the 1996 Stinkers Bad Movie Awards, but lost to Striptease.
Yeah,
that's a bad movie.
That's a terrible movie. It's just the only good thing about it is you see Demi Moore's tits.
And they're not good.
No.
They are not good in that movie.
Demi Moore, overrated.
Yeah. I agree.
I agree.
Well, before she got her.
I don't care. Still overrated. I mean, as an attractive woman.
Her with the short hair in Ghost, pretty ball.
Nah, bro. I don't get any of it at all. And then like when Ashton Kutcher and her were together and everybody was like,
oh yeah, I remember she was in the Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, she was supposed to be this beautiful older woman.
You're like,
nah, dude.
Have you seen their daughters? Him and Bruce Willis. Him.
Well, and the Bruce one Willis. That was
Rumor's pretty good looking.
The one that was
one is good, and the other.
The other one looks like a.
The other one looks like a foot.
Yeah, foot. Me and Vinny at the same time. A foot.
No, but the one that was in Sorority Row.
Yeah.
It's Rumor.
Me like it.
Whatever.
I thought, but there's three of them.
She was in
Rumor, Scout,
she was
and something else.
She was in another movie with what's her face from Easy A.
My Lisp lover.
House Bunny. She was in.
Yeah, she was. She was the chick with the back
Wally's
brace.
clearing his throat back there, like I'm about to give you some knowledge.
How do you guys hear that? But nothing.
Wally actually, he just finished jacking it, and he was like,
About the film's reception, Francis Ford Coppola said, Jack was a movie that everybody hated, and I was constantly damned and ridiculed for. I must say, I find Jack sweet and amusing. I don't dislike it as much as everyone, but that's obvious. I directed it.
Right.
I know I should be ashamed of it, but I'm not. I don't know why everybody hated it so much.
Right.
I think it was because the type of movie that it was. It was considered that I had made Apocalypse Now, and I'm like this Marty Scorsese type of an actor, and here I am making this dumb Disney film with Robin Williams. But I was always happy to do any type of film that they threw at me.
Well, good for him for having range. How about that?
Well, and at least he was like willing to stick up for it instead of going, you know what, I fucked up.
Right.
But there's nothing bad about this movie. I don't understand.
And that's my thing. Like, he's talking about, like, everybody shitting on it. It's like, it's not a bad movie.
At the time, let's say, okay,
maybe
people
because there were so many big blockbusters, but storyline-wise, this isn't similar to any of them.
No,
right.
It's
this
not.
Is just a different kind of movie.
Has there been another movie like
Were
this?
Were people
made?
saying that because everything it was up against was these like action movies or this like NAACP award-winning race debate movie? Like,
right.
Because it wasn't as hard-hitting as some of those things, doesn't make it any less of a good movie.
No, I agree fully. It's just it's a good film. It's a good movie film.
Fully, man.
Fully, man.
You know what that's from.
Yeah, Half-Baked. Got it.
Right, because there's a titty there, so you should know.
Fully.
Okay.
Fully, man.
Yep.
So that's all the fun facts I got. So we could, I guess, wrap this up.
Wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up, B. So final decisions out of 10. I'm going to go to Vinny last because he picked this. So I'm actually going to go to the man on the phone, I guess, or the man in the mirror. Wally, what are you thinking out of 10?
I'll give a 6 out of 10.
I mean, that's fair.
Like straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you said straight up.
I liked it.
Like Paula Abdul.
I don't know.
Straight up now, tell me.
Yeah.
For me, I'm at a 6.5.
Okay.
The overall like story of the movie, pretty much, don't sweat the small stuff kind of a thing. Like live for now. You only got one life to live. Blah blah. Blah. However you want to say it. You feel it. It makes you feel, and I think that there was a couple times where I was like, all right, this movie could come on,
let's go. Yeah.
But it
Sure.
wasn't. It wasn't like
It didn't
it wasn't-
overstay its welcome.
right. Exactly. So for me, it's a 6.5. And you know, if I ever have kids or whatever, I will show it to them when they're old enough. You know, it's a movie that we've all seen before, and we're all probably going to watch again at some point. Whether it's another 15, 20 years, whoever knows.
Sure. So I'm gonna go first, and then we're gonna go to Vinny last. I think this should be what it is now. Is if you're the whatever guest is on here should have the last call. I think that's a good whatever. So I'm gonna give this movie a 6 out of 10 as well. It's not a overall like amazing movie, but it's not a terrible movie. You know what I mean? It makes you feel things. It makes you think about things. It makes you think about fucking life and how short it really is, and how. Don't waste your time. Don't, worry about this or worry about that, and just fucking have fun. And, it glosses over a couple parts of the movie where he's getting kind of sick or this or that. It could have delved into a little deeper or darker mythology with his fucking dad, which honestly, I would love to have watched that just kind of like go off the deep end.
Or maybe
and then,
it wouldn't.
I'd
Make you really uncomfortable.
I want to see the Jack unrated cut. That's what I want to see. No, but like this movie just has a lot going for it and not a lot that's like going against it. You know what I mean? How can you say this is a bad movie? There's nothing bad about it. The cinematography is great. The acting is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The writing is really good, right? So the only thing you could say is it's a little cheesy at points.
That is a good point. Like the child acting.
You have to embrace the cheese.
Thank
The
you.
child acting in the movie
It's
is
good.
great.
It's good.
Those kids are believable. That you don't feel like they're like forcibly putting out these lines or anything.
I hate to
They're
bring
just
back
kids on a fucking playground.
Yeah, I hate to bring back Lost Boys and George wrecking that movie for me with how bad Corey Haim's acting is in it, and I never really thought about it, but it's fucking bad.
Right, dude. Those guys were Tiger Beat, Teen Heartthrob.
Sure.
They were shitty actors.
But Corey Feldman is good. Like he's a great actor.
He got
Corey
better.
Haim. No,
He got better.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. But what I'm saying
starting
is,
out, even Corey Feldman was like, "This is like,
Chevy Nova.
Yeah, right.
They just put kids in movies in the '80s just to do it."
Yeah, for sure. But in this movie, there is nothing that takes you out of the movie. Even Fran Drescher coming in doing her thing, you're like, I get it. I agree with it. She's just a single mom trying to make her way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Can she, believe that this guy's the fucking principal? Yeah.
Right, because she's a distracted single mom.
Exactly.
But that part though, where like she hands him the matchbook and it's like the burger or the broom and the beef
Whatever
and brew.
it was, yeah.
Yeah.
The beef and brew that she works at, and then he flips it over. She's like, "Yeah, that's memories. That's a club where I hang out. When I'm not at work, I'm usually there." And then she looks at her son and goes, "You got your key to the house?" I went, "What a piece of shit."
But at the same time, like it makes
for dick.
it makes sense though. You know what I
Like,
mean?
maybe
Like
maybe you spend a little less time at memories, a little more time raising your son,
I know,
and you
God,
wouldn't be meeting with the principal right now.
right. But what I want to say is this movie makes me think of a time where movies were made that like you didn't have to pander to a certain crowd or you could make a movie like this and it didn't fucking matter. And we don't see that now. You
This
have
is
to
my
make a movie.
second pick from that era and
Yeah.
in that realm of movies,
Milk money.
and they're very They're very similar in that way. They take some of the darker things in life and they
I was
lighten
trying to
them
be
up.
like the kid burping, but it didn't come out
sorry.
right.
They take some of the darker shit and they lighten it up a little bit, and they make you realize that like everybody's human.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, 6 out of 10. So let's go
you
to
can't just everything can't be a Disney movie and everything can't be like total darkness the whole time.
right. Yeah.
That
So, Vinny,
it's- so I'm gonna. You probably
I don't mean to
will think
like
that
point
it's-
at you.
Yeah, I
fucking
mean,
give me a fucking
being that
number.
it was my pick, you'll probably expect higher, but I'm kind of right where Brent's at like a 6.5.
Yeah, dog.
No, that makes
It's not
perfect sense.
fucking like stop the presses. Everybody's got to watch this fucking movie.
It's not Schindler's List,
But-
right? We're not.
But it also like it's got great acting. It's great storytelling, and to me, the biggest takeaway from it was, like Brent said, that just you can't take everything so seriously. If anything, it's the ultimate reminder that you only have so much time.
Yeah, man.
yeah, for sure.
So it's all what you make it, and if you can take anything away from the main character, do that. But also take that away from the parents in the movie, who they're dealt a certain hand, and they just choose to make that.
That's a good point.
Like they easily could be very different, but they choose to raise the best kid that they can out of that.
Yeah.
Everybody in that movie is making the best of the situation that they have. Louis with his single mom and all this other shit. Everybody is rising above the hand that they're dealt.
Speaking
Good
of
point.
rising above, the kid in the Black Flag baseball shirt.
Right. What the
The
fuck?
Black Flag baseball shirt and standing next to the black kid in the Roy for President shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These shirts, I want to know who styled this movie.
It's weird, right?
Because whoever styled this movie had a hand in like 80s punk rock.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
and was like,
sure.
I'm going to give these kids this shirt because but like what 10-year-old in 96 was wearing a fucking black flag baseball shirt?
Yeah,
but then again,
they weren't.
They're
not a 10-year-old.
And then this movie is Northern California. Those are SoCal bands, bro.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like it. Anyways, so I think that's great. I mean,
They're going to the Mabuhay Gardens.
We're all at that 6.5. I think this movie does what it needs to do and shows up and does it. So next week,
It's Wally's pick.
it's Wally's pick. If he's still here.
If it's another God,
I'm here. I'm just chilling.
I'm just chilling.
I swear to God, Wally, if this has anything to do with Ash, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh no, he ain't gonna pick another Ash movie.
Just don't.
Even
do
though
it.
we could.
Look, these we've been kind of on I wouldn't say serious kick, but it feels more serious.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Right. I'd like to do like a full-fledged comedy, like
Yeah.
one of my favorite comedies.
Cocks
of
and
all
farts.
I know where he's
Cocks and
going.
farts.
I know
Dude,
where
I
he's going.
swear,
A dick fart movie?
It's probably Spaceballs or something
Dick fart.
stupid.
No, he's going
No,
way
no.
better than that.
No.
Say it, Wally.
Well, I don't know. Steve might. I don't know if Steve knows. He might. I have like a top 3 or 4.
Is it Naked Gun 33 1/3?
Where you'd see Anna.
Dude, those
What's her
movies are
name?
great.
Anna
You're going no. He's going newer. I know he's 2000 and above right now.
Oh, all right.
I
Well,
am.
where are we at,
Well,
Wally?
Yes. Well, I don't know. I was gonna do Liar Liar. That's what
We've
I
already
wanted to
done
do.
it.
Oh, we've already done Liar
Yeah, they did
Liar.
it.
Wait, what the fuck?
You got to look at our back catalog.
All right. Well, then, what about Wedding Crashers?
We can do Wedding Crashers.
Oh yeah. All right. Cool.
Baba Ganoush.
I just want to do something fun, man. I want to do some.
I could do Wedding Crashers right now.
Yeah,
Still.
we could
We
literally
could just double up and do that tonight.
Stay
'Cause
on.
I wanted to be here for that one anyways.
Let me just refill my
I
cup with
want to
ice.
quote shit the whole podcast. Is what I want to do.
It's just
what
going
I'm
to
gonna
be
do.
2 hours of everybody misquoting
Right.
the movie because
I know.
we're drunk.
Yes.
You old
Yeah.
sailor, you.
Well, Vinny, if you want to come back next week, I mean, you're welcome to come back.
Nah,
End up
Daddy starts
divorced.
a new job on Mondays.
Yeah.
Well, we're not starting till later in the night.
Yeah, but he's got
Yeah, but then I got to be at work. Then I gotta go through the motions.
Ipso facto.
We'll see.
We could do it Thursday after practice.
Erroneous.
Erroneous on all counts. All right. Well, hey, everybody who's actually still listening at this point, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, we talked about Jack forever.
We talked about trannies
Actually, it was
and
a pretty good short episode.
it's getting a little long in the tooth at this
in
point.
comparison to some of the recent
in
weeks.
comparisons, yeah, correct to some of the ones we've been doing. We've been hitting the 2:30. I don't really like that. I think we need to stay hour 45 to 2.
Crack
We're
the whip.
working on it.
We're getting there. We're bringing it down.
You're steering this ship, Steve.
Right.
I'm
And right now
trying
you're
to.
steering it into an iceberg,
Right
you
into the
fucking
fucking
douche.
I got a big wheel and I'm trying, but I want to say thanks for everybody for listening and
Buy
giving
t-shirts.
us. I wasn't gonna go there yet, but if you want to,
Grannies coming tomorrow.
trannies and grannies and the
Decision Club.
Decision Club shirts are
I'm
going to be
buying them
coming out
both.
probably at the end of this week. I'll probably get designing those if you want to. We have a shop portion on our website at thedecisionreel.com. You can find all of our episodes there. You can follow us. You can leave reviews. You can do whatever you want. You can also find us on Spotify. You can find us on fucking Apple Podcasts. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want. Where you're out there, we are there waiting for you to like and favorite us and do whatever you want to. So thanks for listening. Have a good fucking day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.